Gotta put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. God, put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Open your heart to Him. Take your pain away. He's our Savior. Our God. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Out of the darkness, you were always there. I was torn and broken. I'm back in your grace. Lord, I will praise you. Lord, I will praise you. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let God give you the way and the strength to go on and move on in your life. Let Him lead you to the way, to the path of your destiny. May we all go into one. Give me strength every day. Gotta put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Hey guys, welcome. We have an amazing show for you guys today. I cannot go any more to it, but welcome guys. You're watching Healing Your Soul Sunday. We are host Vero G. It was a crazy night last night. We'll talk about later on the show today about that. The event we had, the showcase here in New York City. Big shout out to everyone who did the amazing, all the artists. Big shout out to DJ Slim. Big shout out to New York Poets Cafe for having us there again. Gemini Stacks, and of course Empire Media. But we'll talk about that later on the show. Quick announcements because we have a guest here waiting, and I'm so excited to have him on and his amazing band and all that. So we're gonna talk about it in a minute. But quick announcements on the show, guys, if you guys know so quickly how we do this. Yes, so quickly, guys, check out the Here I Am album. It's available at all digital platforms, guys. Definitely go support that if you guys get a chance to. Please do. With that in mind. And like I said, just support support everyone out there what they're doing. Just blessings everyone. Real quickly, I put the information here so you guys can see it on the caption below. Forgive me. So again, guys, that is the information right there. You guys could check out the music. Here I Am album is available at all digital platforms. Also, guys, check out my latest book. Of course, it's called A Mother's Love. Go definitely check that out. You guys get a chance to. That's available at www.amazon.com. So definitely appreciate that. Also, guys, quickly, you guys could vote for me. Let me just take that out so you guys can see that. So, guys, quickly, you guys can vote for me if you guys are or would like to for this year's LDM Award Show, 6th LDM Award Show. And again, I appreciate everyone who's been voting so far. But if you want to vote, you could do so. I think I have to fly here. If not, it's fine. I'll put them next time because there's just so much stuff going on here right now. But with that said, guys, you can go to www.ldmradio.com. Again, that is www.ldmradio.com. That is right here. Here is this, right, guys. The link, or actually not the link, that's the right there in the bottom. You guys can see on the screen. That is where you guys could go and vote. I'm nominated for Latin Artist of 2022 and Music Video Emmy Gamma, which you played later on the show today as well. Again, guys, new music coming out this year. Energy album will be out this year as well. April issue magazine will be out as this week, April 1st, which I know is April Fool's Day. But besides that, like I said again, people, definitely go. It'll be coming out this soon, and we'll see who made it for the cover of the Vero Spotlight magazine. So I'm excited for that. With some more stuff in a minute. So again, we have today's guest. I am so honored to have him, and he's a part of an amazing band. They're called Fallen Fury, and we have some great stuff. We're going to show the videos, all that sorts. I got you. I'm gonna put you on right now, and I want to give a high applause. Let's get him on the building. I know he's patiently waiting for Fallen Fury. Hello, Will. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing? How you doing, Vero G?
I'm doing good. I'm honored to have you on the show right now. Let me just see if I can. Oh, there you are. I was like, where you at?
Yep, here I am.
Awesome. How are you? How are you doing today?
Doing good. We're here in California, just kind of, having coffee and strumming on the guitar a little bit this morning.
Awesome.
How's everything over there in your neck of the woods?
It's doing good so far. I mean, I'm just half still asleep, but I'm still trying to get my day going somehow.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm just honored for you to be here. And a big shout out, I believe, is Jennifer Muse who put us together. So big shout out to that. Definitely.
Yeah, Jennifer DeVoe, Muse. She's our manager. She's on her way over to Maine right now. She should be almost there. So yeah, she's making the big transition to Maine as from California. So yeah, we miss her though. Totally miss her. It's been a few days and kind of weird not having her here. But you know,
it's all worth it down the line. You know, you guys will definitely, in due time. Like I said, things happen in life, but it'll be back into everything else in due time.
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Definitely. So I'm just honored to you be here, and we got a lot to talk about as well. So are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
What should we talk about?
Yeah, so we're gonna do a go with the flow kind of vibe thing, and I'm just gonna just give you some basic questions, and then we'll just take it from there. So here we
Very
go.
cool.
Awesome. So before anything, tell the audience watching right now who is your band, which is called Fallen Fury. Tell them more who they are.
Okay, yeah, Fallen Fury. Let's see. We formed around 2017, yeah, something like that. And then just kind of off and on for a year or two, and then COVID happened. So yeah, COVID happened. And then we still played a couple of shows here and there, but they were outside events. And we've been let's see, we started making our original music probably around 2018, 2019, because we were doing covers mostly. Most of us had come from other bands in the area, various backgrounds, different types of music, and we'd all known each other for a while. It was just getting us in the same room to where we could all do something different. And yeah, so we've been doing that and making videos and playing all over California. Now we're been lucky enough to get some a little more push with some radio stations in let's see, Arizona and Las Vegas, Texas, Florida, and now with you, Miss Vero
Yeah.
G in New York over there. So we're really excited and happy about any type of exposure, and we just like that people kind of dig our music. That's really it right there.
I love that. Yeah, so we're gonna actually we'll announce it officially because I didn't announce it yet, but you just pretty much did the honors, and yeah, we'll you gave us a few selection of songs. So with that in mind, we're gonna pick one. We'll start playing it as of this week, Wednesday on our radio show, the Vero G Spotlight radio show, DTF Radio. So yeah,
Ooh,
how do you feel about
cool.
that?
Uh, we're all excited. We are really excited, totally happy about that, and so thankful to you that you like a couple of our tunes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just really excited. We're up. We have your app. We're ready to listen on Wednesday. So
Yay! I'm excited. Oh, you don't know because this is from the West Coast to the East Coast, so I'm loving the love all the way already.
heck yeah, heck yeah, yeah. We're
That's
gonna be replaying this for a while, so it'll be
awesome.
good.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So, before anything, tell the audience how did you guys came about with the title of your band, Fallen Fury?
Uh, I think it's been a while. I think we just kind of I think we were just throwing out names, and I think the drummer at the time had come up with the fallen part, and I don't know. I think we just got frustrated trying to think of a last name. So it was either me or the singer started looking on Facebook and just kind of scrolling through stuff, and I don't know. Fury just kind of came up. That was really it. It was just like two words with F in it. That
Hey, I
it
like
didn't
that.
take a lot. It didn't take a lot of brain power. Trust me, we're not that bright.
Oh, it's all
Um,
good. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
yeah, yeah, and we like the Foo Fighters. FF. So
Yes.
um, I don't know, just something about the F and the F.
Oh, I like that.
That's about it.
Okay, cool, cool. So, tell us, each of your band members' names if you like, and then, more or less, not like kind of like the backstory, like you said, you already mentioned that, but the fact that how did you pretty much, the band, how it's gotten to the point where now it's what it is now, in that sense.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Let's see. We have well, me. I play guitar, and I do some vocals too. I'm Will. Hi, everyone. And then Amy. Well, Amy Bowman is our singer, and she also plays bass.
Nice.
Um, and then our rhythm player is a gentleman named Anthony. So he is based out of another town. We're kind of spread out through California too. I should mention that. Um, and so he's in a town called Fresno. I don't know if you've ever heard of Fresno, California. Have you? Oh, okay. So yeah, so he's from there, and then our drummer Greg Yoakum. He's from our area, but he's from another town called Monterey. I don't know if you've ever heard of Monterey, California.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen Star Trek? Was it Star Trek 3 or Star Trek 4 where they did all that? This is for all you older cats too, by the way. So if you remember Star Trek 4 and they went to the aquarium to look for the whales, that's Monterey. So
Oh,
Greg's around there. So
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so well, we play around, like I said, California, Northern California, Southern California, all over the state, and now we're playing in Nevada and Arizona. So we're just making our way across, making our way across the country here, and yeah, hopefully
Awesome.
people like it. We seem to
Yeah.
have a really good response, and it's just going good. Enjoying ourselves, putting smile on on people's faces when we play, and you know, kind of fun. It was really cool when let's see, we did our first show back at the a club in Los Angeles called the Whiskey A Go Go.
Okay.
So we had played there, and a guy had brought his kid up to the stage. He had his headphones on. The kid did,
Aww.
and yeah, it was so cool. And I think what was even cooler was that the kid had a Fallen Fury T-shirt, and I signed it after. So that was pretty neat.
That's amazing. Because how do you guys feel to interact with your fans? During the time you're on stage and afterwards, and just to see them embrace you guys, your music and everything.
We try to be well, not we try. I think we really go out of our way to connect with everybody. I mean, that's the biggest thing, because without the fans, I mean, there's no Fallen Fury. We're playing to an empty room. So we're grateful every single time. We try to put on as good a show as we can, because we know they're paying money to come see us. And we just try to go really out of our way. A lot of the bigger bands that we've kind of come up behind and open for, they do the same thing. They don't take anything for granted. They treat everybody respectfully. They always try to put on a good face, even if they're not feeling well. So I think we learn that way, and so we just kind of do the same thing. And it seems to be going good. So we love it. We love it. We love the fans. Can't do
That,
without you guys.
that's what I'm talking about. Yes, keep out what you guys are doing. I'm excited. Definitely, definitely. Okay, cool. So besides that, what are you? Well, I know that you're representing the band for today, but in general, what are you guys your own musical influences and that sort?
Well, it's we all like different types of music, and I think we like most genres. Now, I will say, Greg, the drummer, he is more into punk, but then he likes country music. He likes reggae. He likes ska. You name it, he likes it as long as it has a good groove, merengue, whatever it happens to be. He's down with it. Amy is probably a little more country based, though when you hear her vocals, you don't hear that at all. But she was raised with Southern gospel and country music.
Nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's her jam. That's what she likes to do when she's not doing, the screams and the big choruses with our stuff. So that's cool. Anthony, our rhythm player, he likes everything. I mean, really, hard rock, metal. He loves Michael Jackson. He likes R&B. He likes jazz. You just name it, he'll do it. So it's just what he does in this band. Me myself, um, I've always kind of been partial to like a geez, gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like the Doobie Brothers,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
yeah, old school stuff, Santana. Gosh, Michael McDonald. I like good songwriting. So that kind of led me to like country music too, because I like the older stuff. You know, like the Willie Nelsons and Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings. I like good story writers, how they would take a character um, and kind of write a song about that character. So that
Definitely.
that always kind of did something for me. I don't know what it was. You had your own imagination, but then I like Dio as well, because Dio would do that too. He would kind of go into the whole I don't know, like JJ or JK Rawlings, or he would go into more of the fantasy stuff, but also do stories about music like that too. So I kind of got into that. As far as guitar playing, though, um, I would say probably Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, if you're familiar with any of those guys. Sometimes, don't worry if you're not. My guitar player people, though, will know who Steve Vai and Joe Satriani are.
Oh, I see.
Nuno Betancourt, I think he's from Boston over there on the East Coast. I believe, I think Steve Vai and Satriani are both from New York as well. Uh,
Nice.
play, yeah. And, yeah, just I kind of got into that stuff. Of course, there was Eddie Van Halen and Randy Rhoads, but they're good. Those guys, without them, they're awesome. And then let's see, even older stuff like Robert Johnson from the '30s, Howlin' Wolf, from the '40s. I really like that stuff too. I just like a good groove. And those guys way back when in the 30s and 40s, they knew how to do it. They just knew how to do it. And without them, there would be no Fallen Fury. There would be no anything that we do. So I like those cats.
I love that because I like because the thing is this, right? Like where especially with bands, it's what I like is like the story behind how you guys, like how you guys form and how you guys like you kind of have your own, in a way influences and utilize that for your own music in that sense.
Right, right.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I like.
Just how everybody kind of comes together. I think for what we do, if you listen to our stuff, we do kind of vary it. We do try to stay in the hard rock metal vein, but if you listen to our stuff, you will hear little branches where we go off on here and different things, and yeah.
I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. We actually have somebody here. I don't know. Is it his name is Greg?
That's
Uh,
Greg, the drummer. Greg is
should we get
waiting
him on
for
or what?
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
put
Let
him
me.
on.
Okay, hold on. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Okay. 1 second. Give me. I got you guys. Hey, Greg. How are you?
I'm
Greg.
good. How's it
Greg's on a
going?
boat.
I'm on my boat.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. How nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. I guess we were
Thanks
just
for
getting.
inviting us to your show.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm honored. You guys are like the first band ever in the show, so I'm really honored. Like really hype. Like,
Oh,
hey,
nice.
you
Hey,
welcome.
what are you doing
Nice.
on
We feel honored. Thank you.
You
what are you
welcome.
doing on your boat today, brother?
I was trying to catch a fish, but they're not biting too good today.
Oh
Oh.
man.
But I remembered we have this, so I thought I'd chime in and say hi.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you. I was
cool.
getting tired of doing it by myself.
Oh.
No
I,
one,
I,
no
I
one else wants to join, huh?
nobody, just me and you.
Oh,
That's
So
all
that's
right.
good.
I'm here.
awesome, awesome. Well, while we have you on here as well, Greg, will you give us more of your partake on the band and who you are as well in that sense?
Ask him his
Okay.
influences. He's got
Yeah,
like
same here. As well. Yeah,
Oh, I
all
got a
that.
lot of influences. I'm Greg, the drummer. I joined the band about 2 years back, and I don't know. I stepped in as a fill-in drummer, and then just fell into place because I like the music so much.
Awesome.
I got lots of influences. Mike Portnoy, one from Dream Theater, Dave Lombardo from Slayer, Neil Peart, of course. Um, there's so many.
Oh,
Buddy Rich,
what
he's
about
old
what
school, and
about Animal from the
he's
what about
incredible.
Animal from the Muppet Show?
And Animal, I love Animal. He's my favorite.
that's a classic.
Sometimes
That's a
I think I
classic.
am Animal.
He's like,
Hey, hey,
"Ah."
what
So
it
yeah, that's about it. I just enjoy playing drums for these guys, and
Hey Greg, what were your thoughts on the Taylor Hopkins news just yesterday? The drummer for
oh
Foo
gosh,
Fighters, he just passed away, man.
Oh my
oh my
goodness.
gosh, that is just such a bummer. I can't believe he's gone so young. He's such a great drummer, and such a good all around musician. It's just
Right.
it just saddens me. I think a lot of people everyone in the music world is sad because of him dying. So yeah,
Yeah,
rest in
he had
peace.
he had such a good personality and just an awesome showman, man. Just I often wonder if you got some of your show stuff from watching him, because you have your own way of drumming and going crazy. But was he ever like did he ever pop up on your radar as far as the influence goes?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't one of my favorite all time, but he was definitely up there, and I really loved his style. So energetic and just so happy when he's up there playing. And that was his thing. That's what he loved to do, is just perform for the people.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's sad that he's gone.
Condolences, yeah, definitely, man. That's deep. That's deep. But I feel like, in the sense what you guys are mentioning, I just utilize that in a sense to continue on with your own legacy in that sense, with the band and everything else in that sense.
Right, right. Yeah,
Definitely.
but Greg likes playing all kinds of music, So what did you grow up with when you were kind of coming up as a wee lad?
Oh, I grew up with all kinds of heavy metal, started playing heavy metal. I was into punk rock. I started playing heavy metal first, and then I started
Nice.
playing punk rock, a little up-tempo beat. And then, yeah, and just grew from there. I've played everything from reggae, ska, to punk rock, heavy metal, hard thrash metal. And it's just my thing. I love playing all types of music.
I love that. I love that. That's awesome, guys. Because it's good that you guys are
Thank
both
you.
here, because you're welcome. I'm excited you guys are both here, because we're gonna talk about now your upcoming projects you guys are working on. So as we speak, we're gonna play in a few minutes a few of your videos. I believe the latest one is it called Speeding Faster? That's the latest single.
No, our latest one is called uh, no,
I'm
the
your
latest
hero.
one is Empire of
Empire Souls.
yeah.
Okay, you got it. Okay,
Empire
okay,
of the Skulls.
okay. Because I have that. I'm gonna also play a single that's called Speeding Faster, and I'm
Yeah.
also gonna show a snippet of a live performance of you guys, so the audience could see that as well. But before we
Cool.
do that, yeah, definitely, definitely. But before we do that, guys, tell us more the latest single, Empire of Souls, how that guys came about with that.
That was all Amy. She had come up with an idea on a keyboard or guitar, acoustic guitar. Um, and then she had some lyrics that she was kind of kicking around, and I came up with a scratch track. As far as for people not in the music thing, a scratch track is just usually just me playing guitar with the metronome to have some idea, and then I give it to Anthony, our rhythm player, and I give it to Greg to see if they even like it, and if they like it, what can they write something to it, or do they need to change it, or whatever we need to do. So I had come up with a scratch track based on what Amy had written and how she wanted it to go. And then Greg came up with the drums. I don't know how he came up with that. If you listen to Empire of Souls, there's a whole middle part that he does live. He's just a monster on the drums when he plays the middle part of Empire of Souls. So
I like that.
it's really good. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Thanks,
but
Will.
as far as, yeah, man, you're a monster, dude. You're awesome. But
Thank
Amy,
you. Appreciate
Amy came
it.
from what Amy told me, she had come up with that based on, I think she was reading some book or something like that, and she's like into a whole bunch of deeper stuff, deep spiritual stuff, which is awesome. I'm just not there. And I guess there was just something about something she had read that kind of reached out to her, like, you know what? I think life has deeper meaning. And I think, sometimes when you close one door, another door is open. But it's what we choose to do with that. and so it's a little bit deeper than, it's a little bit deeper. So Empire of Souls, which is what she kind of came up with, and yeah. As far as how Greg does the drums live, you have to ask him, because every time he does it, man, I'm like, wow, that is just crazy. It's just like so awesome.
Awesome.
It
Yes.
gets better every time, huh?
Yeah. How do you do that stuff live, man? The double bass, kind of weird,
Ooh.
whatever it is you do. That
I don't know. I just come to life whenever I play live, I guess. I mean, I play it like that most of the time, but I put a little extra into it when we're doing a live performance.
I love that. I love that. It's just like
And
more
that's
like
what
an
I
energy
do.
thing. Yeah, like you get into it and the intensity, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
wait. Ooh,
pretty intense. I'm kind of like, I go into a different world. Like, I mean, like an outer body experience. And then when the show's over, I'm like, what just happened? Did we just play all of our songs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a different person when I jump on the drums.
That's amazing. Yeah,
So,
definitely. It's a connection. Definitely, it's a connection, like you guys mentioned, and that's why I say each of you members, like everybody has a great way to add to the band and put what it is today on, especially here on the show. And we're gonna play in a few minutes. Like I said again, we're gonna play first Empire Souls, so people could tune in. And also, before we do that, tell us, is it available on all digital platforms now? Tell us where we can find that and all that.
Oh yeah. Well, you
well,
just type it in, and yeah, we're everywhere. On Amazon, we're on iTunes, we're on Google, we're on geez, anywhere you can think of. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Yeah, just type in Fallen Fury, and you can find us. We also have a website, which is fallenfury.net.
Nice.
So we have some performances on there. We have live stuff. We have all our recordings, all our dates coming up. Yeah, we're everywhere. It's real easy to find us.
Awesome, awesome. So we're gonna take a little break, but don't leave yet, guys. We got more on the interview part. So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna get the viewers in. We got some people commenting already, so we're gonna show that. And you guys are awesome. So stay put. We're gonna play right now Empire Souls and also Speeding Faster, and then a performance you guys did recently, and we'll get back on the show. So stay tuned, guys. Stay put. Stay put.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be right back, guys. You're watching Healing Your Soul Sunday. We host Vero G, and with the amazing guest band, Fallen Fury. So we're gonna play their stuff right now. I'm very excited, and yes, you see my excited face right now. Definitely. So I'm very excited you guys are here. So we're gonna play right now. Let me just make sure everything's lined up for you guys, and then we're good to go. Okay, so here we go, guys. We'll be right back, and I make sure it's the right video. I think we're good. Okay, we'll be right back, guys. Yeah.
You can't keep away. I know the shadows come.
Hold on, we got.
Where we go when I'm ready to pop? Where you at? Here I am, need a fix, not a drop. Let it go, cause I'm not gonna stop. I don't see what you see.
right, guys, we're back. We're back. Sorry, we had to get the full content because we want the viewers to see what you guys could bring, and that was amazing. I'm gonna give you applause for it before we start.
Oh, thank you, thank you,
You are very welcome, and you guys are awesome. All right,
thank
thank you.
you.
Even my producer in the back said encore, encore, encore. Yes,
Oh,
definitely. You guys are amazing, and like I said, so the second song we just played, talk more about that as well. That's called Speeding Faster. That's out for some time now, I believe. You want to talk
yeah,
about?
that's been out. That's been out for a little while. Yeah, it was just something we had put together. Gosh, just kind of off of a fluke, and it was just Amy just wrote a silly song about girls driving fast. Well, because
Yes.
Amy used to drive really fast, and it scared people.
Oh.
So
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So no, she's better now. Nobody's died this year at all. So uh, I'm joking.
That,
No,
that that's good.
yeah, yeah. So she liked to drive. She just wanted to write something about girls driving fast and do it in a little bit different style than what we do. Let's see. Which kind of reminds me, during the COVID thing, the 21 and 22, we were doing performances of music that was outside of our wheelhouse,
Oh
just
wow.
to uh, just to do something different, right? So we would do alternative music, we would do standards, we would do blues, we would do country, just to kind of broaden our stuff because we had been known for doing metal, but
Yes.
we can we enjoy other genres of music as well. So um, let's see. And so this was kind of right during that time when we were kind of monkeying around with that. As far as the video goes, I was looking for something with a big car sound. So yeah, I remember that, and I had some ideas, and I remember in a conversation Greg had talked about, like dragsters and whatnot, and I was like, oh, okay. And it was an old conversation, but I had remembered that, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to look for something like that. So it was just a silly, funny little thing. I don't know if there's even rhyme or reason to uh, her vocals. I don't know the lyrics. I assume it's about driving fast and not caring what other people think. I don't know if that's good or bad though. That in California that could probably be bad.
Oh God. What? That's scary.
Yeah, but that's
All
how
right.
she rolls.
That's fine. That's fine. Awesome, guys. And also we just played also one of your performances also live, which so I kind of got the sense when you said you guys and also Greg was like I saw him doing his thing. I'm like okay, I see what you're talking about now. So got that perspective on it. Like he goes into it, in that sense.
He goes way into
Yeah.
it. I mean, he gets
Nice.
compliments every
Gotta,
single show we do. He gets compliments, man. Every single show.
That is amazing. I tell you because especially
thank
like
you. You gotta give it your all. Gotta
yeah,
give it your all, right?
definitely, definitely, and I like about it because, like you said, as us being musicians, we know our sleeping patterns are irregular, as they say. You got to work, 9 to 5, or sometimes you got to take a nap, and then you got to do, gigs or that sorts at night. So how do you guys balance that? Even though you mentioned with COVID and everything, but how did you guys manage all of that in scheduling?
You want to answer that first, or you want me to? Uh, I own
I
my own
stayed home.
business. Oh yeah, Greg stays at home. I own my own business, so I can make my own hours, and then
Nice.
yeah, Greg stays at
He's
home. No, I don't know.
pretty much the same thing. I didn't stay home all the time. I had to work, so
Got it.
got to go out
Got
and
it.
make some money too.
Yeah,
Def- Definitely. No, but I commend you
But
guys because I'm sorry.
no, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
go on.
Okay, no, you're good. But I just want to
Oh,
commend you guys for just being on top of what you guys are doing and all that sorts. And yeah, just that, even though we get like with the COVID situation that happened, a lot of people had setbacks, and you guys, you pushed it. You said let's push the envelope. Let's keep doing what we have to do. So that's definitely key, and I commend you for that. Definitely.
Well, I think for us, we had to think out of the box as
Yes.
far as what we could do for that year or two. We have some friends in another band called the Outlaw Mariachi, and they're gosh, I would call them, if you've never heard of them, they're called the Outlaw Mariachi. Look them up. These guys are awesome. They're like they mix like hard rock and heavy metal with mariachi music.
Oh, that is a first.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah, yeah. These guys are awesome. They put on a killer show, uh, and so I remember picking their brain. The main singer, his name is Ricky, and then his uh, his main guy is Navarro, and they're out here in California with us, but they play all over the country. And I was just asking them, like, how do they do it? How are they kind of getting around stuff? And a lot of it was social media, a lot of it was videos, a lot of it was radio interviews, a lot of it was just coming up with stuff out of the box. And so that's what we started doing. We started, creating a little more content that way, and then reaching out a little bit more with our resources when it comes to any kind of interviews. And then our manager Jennifer, she helped us out quite a bit with stuff with LA Talk Weekly and iHeartRadio. So that kind of kept us. That was kind of a big lifeline for us for that time. But I will agree. Yeah, there was a lot of bands that kind of closed up shop, and right now, depending on where you're at, a lot of bands have kind of closed up where we live on the Central Coast, and then also, in Northern California, Southern California, a lot of bands they're gone, either because of COVID or because of
Yeah.
finances or health issues or, whatever it happens to be. So I don't know. I've noticed a lot of tribute and cover bands kind of making their way back up. And I don't know if that's because there's a not as many original bands, but I don't know. What do you think, Greg? What have you seen?
Yeah, a lot of bands did shut down. My band that I was doing when I joined Fallen Fury, we just all went our own ways, and we just stopped playing.
Wow.
It's fortunate we kept writing and decided that we wanted to still do it.
Awesome.
I see a lot of bands trying to make a comeback, and then I see, like you said, I see a lot of bands like cover bands. But yeah, I mean, we just decided to keep going, and during the COVID, we would write new songs. Will would send me new songs. Hey, what do you think of this? I'd put drums to it, and we would work them out, and now they're songs, And a lot of that was done during the COVID season when we were off, basically. So yeah, it's good that we're pressing forward.
Awesome. I mean, you guys, again, I had to put applause for you guys because it takes a lot. And yeah, and it takes a lot. And let me
Thank
tell you,
you.
you're welcome. And it takes a lot because, with the COVID situation, a lot of people, like you said, unfortunately have passed away due to that, or a lot of people lost a lot. And you guys were and are still consistent, and on top of what you guys are doing. So just keep with that drive, keep on with that mission. Like you guys know, if you overcame that, then nothing could stop you at all. That's key. So
That's
definitely,
right.
definitely,
Yeah.
That's right.
no doubt, no doubt. So guys, besides the latest single we mentioned already, it's out now. Talk about your upcoming projects and future goals for the band.
Well, let's see. We have a show coming up April 23rd in a little town near San Francisco. So we're going back there to headline. Um, if you guys are interested, if you're in California, um, look us up. We're at the Winners Tavern. Get on Fallen Fury social media, and you'll see all the details for that. and it's going to be kind of a women's metal night. We found like 3 or 4 female-fronted rock and metal bands that will all play on that night. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. And then April 14th, or I'm sorry, May 14th, we're in Reno, Nevada, over here, playing at a place called the Peavine Tap House. So first time playing there. And then let's see, in June we are in Arizona, and then and I think somewhere in Los Angeles, I forget where. And then July, more dates and more things coming up. You guys can read all about that. So that's what we have. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. And then I have some new music ideas, and I shot Greg over another scratch track last week, so we'll be, hopefully he doesn't laugh too hard. Maybe he can, hopefully he likes it. But yeah, so we're always writing. We probably need to get in there and make some new music, record some stuff. So I think that's what we got coming up right now. And we're trying not to overdo it, just because of everyone's work schedules, and then also we don't want to overdo it to where we get sick or get COVID or anything like that. So trying to be smart about where we're playing and what we're doing. I think I don't know. I found like the biggest thing is if we play an area too much, it just gets oversaturated, and then nobody wants to come out. So that's kind of.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, like you mentioned, it's good to branch out. Like, our question now, that just gave me another question for that. Are you guys down the line? Would you go do like a tour in East Coast just to
Heck
branch
yeah.
out? Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We'd be down.
We'd be down.
Oh,
you mean like right
awesome.
now? Let's get going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we can
great.
crash at Vero G's house, or
because actually we
play
do
everywhere.
showcases. Yeah, because we do showcases. So if you're ever in New York City, let us know. We could try to figure something out, or whatever case may be, and be cool. You guys could play on our showcase. Yeah.
oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
That'd be way cool. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. So besides that, now you guys know the title of this show is Healing Your Soul Sundays. So with that in mind, if you guys both have your own story, or a story with the band, where if you guys went through, besides COVID, but something like, a time where you guys went through something tough, and how did you overcome it through healing and that sort of thing, if you like to discuss that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like most of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I come from a family of drug addicts and alcoholics. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but that's most of my family. So yeah, I've had to struggle with that, and then my dad and I had issues and whatnot, and I was a big daddy's boy. But my dad was a very self-destructive person, so I kind of had to find other mentors out there when I was younger, and I was fortunate because one of the older guys I knew when I was like 12 or 13, he played guitar, so that was like a real easy one for me. So I would say that I don't know if it was even the guitar, but it was the mentorship, right? Having another positive male around, that really helped me with, I guess, walking through some of those family issues and the addiction stuff. So, I've always kind of maintained that. Went through a divorce too. That really sucks. But again, having good mentors, it's not popular to talk about, but I'm very much into my faith. I think that above everything else has kind of kept me sane, I should say. Even in those really dark moments, I think for me, if I hadn't had my faith and some good male mentors, I'd probably be dead, honestly, or Yeah, or in prison, dead or in prison. Um, and that's just for me. I would have went through that, but I'm really grateful for that. I don't think anything happens for a reason, and I don't espouse to tell anyone to be into their faith. But I know it works for me, and it's helped me with everything, and even the positive stuff. I'm telling you what, I have my own business, but if I don't have my faith, I don't have my own business. I don't have anything good. My abilities, the physical stuff I'm able to do. For me, I'm just convinced. Seen too many good things and bad things to doubt.
Wow.
All right, Greg, spill your guts.
It's like, oh man, confession time.
Hi, I'm Greg, drummer.
I think we said that before.
Man.
Like,
I'm good. I love my family. I grew up in Huntington Beach, California, and I had a pretty good upbringing and got into playing drums and never looked back. I got 3 daughters that are beautiful and healthy and can't ask for much more. So no, it's been good for me. I enjoy what I do. Like right now, I'm fishing.
Yeah, did you get any fish yet? No fish yet? No.
And tomorrow I'll go to work and I'll go to band practice.
Hey, don't forget the cats. He's got a cat story. Tell him what you do with cats.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Savannah. We breed Savannah cats. If you don't know what they are, they look like little cheetahs. But
nice.
That's going well. We just had some new babies. Mama had 7 babies about 3 days ago.
Congrats.
Yeah,
they're all healthy. So
what did you say? They're like from Africa or something like that. I forgot what you said. Where they're from. What's the breed from? From Africa or somewhere in?
They're from an serval.
Wow.
And then they're called Savannahs. I don't know if you ever want to look them up. So that's nice. What else I do.
Oh.
Do they still pee and poop in your shoes if you don't want them to?
Uh-oh.
No.
Like regular cats?
I trained them not to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
They're all good now. They use a litter box, and some of them live outside. So it's
cool.
fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're rock and roll kitties. Some of them like to go inside my bass drum and hang out.
Right on.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about it.
I
just enjoy the music.
I like that. So, question to both of you guys.
How about you?
What are your Oh, me?
What? Oh, my dog. My dog likes. Yeah, I have a little. Yeah, I adopted this rescue dog. She's actually sitting on my lap right now. So, yeah, the first one I've had in a while. The last one we had passed away. She just got old. So this one likes to listen to me play guitar. So she'll just sit out with the amp turned up and just kind of sleep and lay there. I don't know. She likes it.
No, she's chilling.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What were you going to ask?
No. Before that, but animals are very therapeutic also. So that's another thing I was going to say too with that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would say definitely. Yeah, I mean, for my mental health, I can't speak about Greg, but I know for my mental health, I need a positive outlet. So, music, pets, exercise, working out, hiking, whatever it happens to be. I just need that. And I think, and for Greg, it's fishing and writing and music and cats. I think for us guys, especially we don't talk about, we don't talk about the things that are going on between our heads sometimes, and sometimes a lot of us don't have support, or we have like some messed up friends. So, especially you guys out there, man, if you don't have something good for yourself, do something, whatever it happens to be. If it's fishing or, drawing, writing, hey, man, just find a positive outlet, I don't
Do what
know.
makes you happy, right? We only
Do
live.
what
We
makes
got
you
one chance
happy.
at this.
That's right.
We got one life.
That is true.
Yeah,
That
that's
is so
right.
Enjoy what you do.
definitely, definitely. My question to both of you guys was, what is your advice for any artist out there that's just starting out and I want to be in a metal band or just want to be an artist in general? What advice would you guys give from your experiences?
Go ahead, Greg. What's the advice? Okay. Well, I think his camera froze.
Oh, okay. I was
Uh,
like,
yeah, he can't be standing there looking sideways like that. That the clouds aren't even moving.
oh God, I'll take him out.
I
Okay,
don't.
got it.
Oh, there he
He'll
is.
come back on.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Like my advice. Geez, man, do what makes you happy. Write what you want. You know,
Never
do what
give
makes you
up.
happy. Listen to a lot of music. I would say that.
It's
That's
very
probably
hard
the big one.
in the
That,
There you are. I would probably say
beginning.
to a younger person, listen to. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear him?
yeah.
Yeah. I would say listen to a lot of different music. But I think that just comes with time.
Get
Everybody's
discouraged and
different.
trying to play things you can't figure out.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
keep a
Right.
positive attitude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love.
That's the big thing. Have fun with it. Try different things, and see what works. Just because you don't have to play a million mile. And you don't have to play a million miles an hour. You don't have to play super fast like Greg does. You don't have to play super fast like I do. Play what you like. Everybody has their strengths. I like I don't know if you ever heard Jason Mraz, but he does a lot of that easy listening ambient stuff. I like his stuff. And so does he play like me? Not even close, but I love his stuff. I love uh, you know I like a lot of the players out there. Bruno Mars, there's a guy. He's an awesome player. He does a lot of different styles of music. He likes the pop stuff, the R&B stuff, the rock stuff. I mean, he likes a little bit of everything. So, listen to a lot of stuff. You don't have to like one type of music. You never know what you like, and I think for me, it's created I guess a bigger palette of colors to paint with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I've played reggae before and used different types of chords that I wouldn't normally use for hard rock or heavy metal, but I will use those. Why? Because it gives it a little bit different flavor. Listening to Latin stuff, I'll strum it a different way, and I might bring that into a metal riff. Um, let's see, or Middle Eastern music. I love Middle Eastern music too. They have a very different way of doing their stuff. So I'll add that in. And if you listen to some of our tracks, you'll hear some of that. And then with Amy's vocals, she'll branch out. That live track you had that you played, it's called "I'm Your Hero." That is our latest video out right now. You guys can check that on YouTube or anywhere we're at right now. And she mixes up her vocal style with some like European stuff. So it's just kind of whatever works. But we try to have that bigger palette. So but that takes time. Not everybody's into that. Some people just want to stay playing punk, and that is awesome, or country, or whatever it is. Just I don't know. I say expand your palette if you're a musician.
Very
It can't
true.
hurt.
Very true. I love that, and it also makes you stand out. That's why it's also good
Yeah,
to be. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, totally. And I think it makes you more flexible to be with other players, right? I think if any of the four of us were just into one style or genre, it would make it difficult to run some of the ideas past each other, right? Because you would, let's say if you just played punk, then I couldn't come up with um, Empire of Souls. I know for sure that song wouldn't have happened on drums if it was just Empire of Souls and you played punk. That's not going to happen. So I think the more styles you surround yourself with, you know, do it, and it makes you just more well rounded. And if you want to be a session player, I think one of the best things you can do is session player, man. Just learn all types of music.
That
I
is
think that's
so
great.
awesome. I love that because, like I said, it gives people more now. Like, because I said people are tuning in, they're listening, so they're like, okay, something that I could try to like tap into and utilize that and that sort. So yeah, like, it's just something that could be inspiring somebody else down the line to check out and that sort.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I have a nephew right now who's 19, and he's just getting into guitar. He wants to know if he can play like me. I said, don't worry about what I do. I This took years for me to do what I do. So be you, have fun. Learn, just have fun with it. Because if it's not fun, then why do it, right?
Mm,
You don't need tell him he doesn't need to compare himself to anyone. Just have fun with it. And if you want to learn, theory or technique or whatnot, sure, I can show you some stuff. But have fun with it. That's all you can do.
I love
That's what I
that.
think.
No, that's amazing advice because, like I said, a lot of people sometimes they, you've seen other artists, mainstream artists, other artists in general, and they go out there and it's like they make it as a job. But when you have, like you said, you go out there and you experiment, you try different sounds, different things, and you have fun while you're doing it. It's not even a job; it's something that you just love to do, and people see that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, it has to be fun. It has to be fun. Yeah, we're definitely of that mindset. If it's not fun, then why am I doing this? So,
exactly.
I mean, but there's, I try to keep it in balance because, there's the whole business side of music,
Mm,
and I am not a business person when it comes to that. I mean, I've had to become that. I mean, our manager helps us definitely, but there's the business side of music, right? So the copywriting, the
yes.
production stuff. There's expenses. There's different venues and production companies that we work with. So, yeah, it sucks, but I've tried to learn how to balance that. But I'm always looking for the positive stuff, right? I'm always looking for, oh, hey, I get to play music. I get to do this. This is fun. This is exciting. Um, yeah. So I always remember that yin and yang thing, that balance, I suppose.
I like that, and you need that. You need that, but that's key. As long as you have a great support team, you got people that are going to back you, help you any ways they can. That's key, and
Hmm.
also, like you said, your fan base. That's when to continue growing what you guys are doing, and blessings to you guys as well. Definitely for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, I know Greg is not here. He stepped out, I guess. But any shout outs to anyone out here watching right now?
Oh yeah, shout out to Anthony, Mr. Tone Daddy, our rhythm player. Shout out to you. Let's see, Amy, who is at work. Shout out
Okay.
to Amy. Let's see, shout out to Jenny. You're on the road with the Muse somewhere back east. That way, no, that way. You're going back east, so be safe driving. I know she's listening to your stuff.
Oh,
Um,
thank
be careful, be safe. We miss you. We all love you here. And let's see, shout out to without the big God, we can't do nothing. So
you. Mhm. Yes.
always thank you to God. Always can't do anything. Everything starts and stops with Him. And yeah, and all our fans, you guys are awesome. I mean, we can't do anything without you guys, and we're so grateful that some of you guys drive, a couple hours away to our shows, and we're really grateful for that. We 100% are, and we will see you guys in a couple weeks over in San Francisco.
That's gonna be awesome. I wish I could just fly there, but I have a fear of flying, so I probably have to get like a
Oh,
basic drive down there. one day I'll make it happen, and we could definitely hang out, meet up. That'd be really cool, and that'd be
Oh
so
yeah,
cool.
for sure. Of course.
Definitely. And also before we get you guys on the road, as they say, social media again. Where they go find you and check you guys out?
You can go on our website, fallenfury.net, net. You can go on Facebook, Fallen Fury Official. You can go on our Spotify. Just type in Fallen Fury. Amazon. We're on Twitter as well. I think it's Fallen Fury Rocks. Instagram is also Fallen Fury Rocks, I believe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a social media person who does all that. So without me like looking at it, or you can just Google Fallen Fury. If you Google us, we will pop up everywhere. You can see our promos. You can see music videos, photos. Just Google it. We kind of pop up everywhere. And yeah, that's about it, really.
I like that. And I just want to thank you and Greg and your other members that couldn't make it, but it's okay. They're here in spirit. To be a part of this show. And again, I'm just honored for you guys to be here, and blessings to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
You're welcome, man. Well, we're gonna have you sometime soon, guys, to come back and talk more projects. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah. Have you? Amy's the one to really get into that spiritual stuff. I am not the spiritual giant she is.
No, it's
Uh,
fine.
she she's a little more in touch with that stuff, which I think is awesome. I think anything you can do to have self growth, as long as it's positive, right?
No, that
I
is
think
key.
that's good.
That
Right.
is
You don't want to be, I don't know. You don't want to be doing drugs to try to better yourself. It's not brain food.
no.
So,
Definitely,
but
definitely
yeah,
not.
do you do things to kind of keep yourself stable and growing?
I'm also a spiritual person in that sense, but I also feel like, in a sense, my music also it helps me to overcome a lot of things I'm going through personally, and even to this day. And I feel like a way to get out of your situations, what the case may be, is just stay focused and just continue on your path. That's key. I think that's what helps you maintain your sanity in check, keeps you on track and not to be steered or sidetracked with things.
Yeah, yeah. What do they call that? Purpose? Having purpose?
Yes,
Whatever. Not losing your purpose. Yeah. Yeah, that's
definitely.
for sure. I think for a lot of people, they struggle with that, or at least I don't know. The people I've known struggle with keeping that purpose and moving forward. Life's going to happen, right? Life's going to happen, and the good stuff, the bad stuff, but keeping that purpose, I think is key, and I think a lot of people forget that.
Very,
That
very
can be
true.
difficult, but
Yeah, that's definite. But before we go, guys, I just want to. There's somebody that commented earlier. That's Sosa man. He says, "God bless you both." Oh, thank you.
oh, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah. See, we get some people here at this. Usually we get more, but it's time to time. It depends on the day. You know how that is, and people's schedules.
Totally
So,
hear you.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. And
that's
I would say with our stuff, if you like stories and you like character driven music,
mm,
like I was talking about, you're gonna like us.
like that.
So we write. I think character based stuff. Whether it's oh hey, there's his boat. Uh, where'd he go? Oh
He
hey, there's
said
the
no. He's
lake.
like, yeah, that's
Hey, there
beautiful.
he is. There he
I
is.
can barely hear you guys. I had a bad connection.
Uh oh.
I
Oh,
got a fish on
okay,
too. Hold on.
okay.
So I would say, if you like character-driven stories in music form,
Mm,
you're gonna like us because we have different stuff from more spooky stuff to Amy's spiritual stuff to stories about um, like self-empowerment or whatever it happens to be, or silly songs about women driving fast in cars.
That was
So yeah, so we try to change it up. So it's not just one thing. And then we have some newer stuff coming up that we're writing right now. That hopefully you guys will like. We're just starting to work on it though. So uh, we have a brand new song called "The Crown," and Amy does her best Iron Maiden impression on that vocally, and then Greg has some crazy stuff he's doing on drums with The Crown. It's almost ready, so that'll be coming out. Yeah, so we got some stuff cooking.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Greg, I know you stepped out for a few minutes ago, but I was also telling to Will as well. If you have any shout outs or also your social media, we could tell people, where they could find you. Also, any shout outs you'd like to shout out to anybody. Oh,
That's his head.
oh my. I was like, okay, I saw something for a minute. Okay,
There he is.
did he hear me? That's the question. I don't know.
Hello.
Oh
Hello.
my,
Hey, there he is.
There you go, little.
Sorta.
you hear us?
Sorta, maybe. Sorta, kind of, maybe.
You got an
Oh man.
infectious laugh.
Thank you. So many people have told me that. I'm like, you know what? I try to keep my spirits up, in some sense. Thank you, though.
Did you hear her question, brother? No? I bet it's hard to find a cell tower when you're out on the lake.
It's
'Cause that's what I would think.
somewhat, yeah, right.
Oh, wait. Maybe. There's a UFO above your head.
Remember when the converter boxes came out a couple years back when they took up
Oh,
the
yeah.
rabbit ears?
Oh, he's got rabbit ears behind him and a big bright UFO. Oh, wait, that's the sun. I'm not sure what that is. Is that his halo?
Yeah, right, something like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
You've got to get closer to the shore, I think.
Yeah, because he's like probably a little further up. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is for sure. Do you guys do you guys have a lot of faith-based bands and performers?
Time to time. Not too many though, but time to time.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think it's a really good thing when a person is able to kind of expand on that. We tend to use general terms, I guess.
Yes.
To reach out to a wider audience. Like I said, the Empire of Souls, that was Amy's that was her thing into spirituality, and that's the title she came up with. But if you read the lyrics, it's really about becoming something better, making a choice, getting rid of things that are negative. I think that's awesome. I wish I had the insight to write stuff like that, but I just diddly on the guitar and leave the writing to her.
No, that's awesome because like you said, you guys, each of you guys have your own element to add to the band. So,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just great that we're able to, all of us kind of come together and we click so well. But yeah, it's taken time. I think we all listen to different stuff, so that has definitely helped. And even though we have different backgrounds, it's just I think having experienced music with other people to write with and whatnot, it just kind of led us up to that. So it wasn't that hard. Amy, as a matter of fact, she's doing a benefit show. I think next week or the week after, like a solo thing, for autism awareness here in California. So it's a little bit different format for that, but because she's able to, listen to different music and she plays bass too, she just fit in real easily. So yeah, so I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome when you can play with more people and find your niche. You know, your music's supposed to be fun, so I think that's how I look at it. Yeah,
Definitely. That's key. That's key right there.
yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
having a good support system, like I said, uh, for us it was Jenny and JJ. So we really miss them, but it's they kind of given us the tools to do what we need to do,
Yes.
and the contacts that we need. So you know, um, we still keep in contact, and she's busy making the drive. So last couple of weeks have been a little slow, but you know when she gets settled, we'll kind of get back into our regular routine with her out
Uh,
here for California, and then hopefully she can pick up some more contacts on the East Coast.
yeah,
That
definitely.
would be really cool for us. I don't know if we want to play in Maine, but New York definitely. Does Maine have a lot of clubs? No, yeah.
Um, I'm not from there. I actually know people. We just did, like I said, we did show yesterday, and we just have some connections to people there. So I mean, I could forward her the information to those people that may know places because I don't really know up there. That's way far from where I'm at.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, I could just pass the word, and then from that point on, she'll contact them, and
Right. Right. Yeah, there was a lot of places in Florida. Just I was thinking Maine, that's way out in the middle of nowhere. But I don't know. Maybe there's a whole hub we don't know about of secret rockers
I don't know about
and has
that.
yeah,
I'll tell them to look into that too. That.
I don't know. Probably a cult, my luck. Who knows? So yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um
but,
any
it's
what else could I answer for you? Any
I think
questions?
I think you answered like almost all my questions. It's
Oh,
like so
did
much.
I?
Yeah, I'm all asking questions here at the moment right now. I'm trying to figure everything else to ask, but yeah, pretty much that's for now, and that sorts.
What
But
what What do you tend to write about for your personal music? Uh, is there, what are you inspired by, or how do you kind of come to your
uh,
process?
yeah, that's a good question. It's where I'm doing like really like a duo interview here. It's pretty good. I would say with me particularly, it depends on how I feel the day. When I hear like instrumentals or beats as they call them, and um, it depends how I feel. If I feel happy, I'll write a good song. If I feel sad, I utilize that for my own personal gain to put it out there so people, could relate to. Like you guys said the same thing too. That whatever
Hmm.
your pain, whatever your happiness, people will resonate it. That's key, and I feel that's what we have to do, that gift to put it out there so people could appreciate that. And I just feel like, music is always a way of therapy. It's a way of letting out your feelings and that sort.
Hmm. Hmm. Do you guys like in the studio? Do you rely on several different people, or is it like a main engineer, or how do you guys
Um,
do that?
Well, for me particularly, I always I like to be prepared way in advance before I go to studio because when I go to studio, I have to realize that's the time ticking. So with that in mind, I usually like just to prepare myself, make sure everything's on point. I'll rehearse a couple of times, and then when I go over to studio, I'll just have myself and the engineer, and I like to have like a closed set because I want to focus on what my purpose is and give a great and content and have it perfected where it's the point when I put it out there to the media or to the public, people could be like, wow, cool.
Yeah, I listened to one of your tracks. I forgot what the tune was, but it was very polished, and I liked the production on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just
cool.
like curious how if that was you or if that was
No, that's
like
me.
that was all you.
That's me. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. mastering and mixing and all that stuff?
Yeah, yeah. That's all. That's that. I leave that all to the engineer.
Oh, okay. So they do that part of it.
Yeah,
They
but
mix
the
that.
vocals, yeah, the vocals is all me. It's just they do their part, I do my part, and yeah, pretty much with that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we record over here in another city, but we we just use an engineer to, oh gosh, I don't know, just to record the basic tracks, and then we start kind of monkeying around with the mixing and the editing. And you know how it is. That I
Mm,
think for a lot of people, they forget there's a lot of work um, when you're
yes,
mixing and editing. I think that's for us, at least for our band, that's the most of it right there. Because we can record in an hour a
yeah, there you
track.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then you got to mix it and edit it and add this in and take that out, and maybe you didn't like the take, or maybe it's just off a little bit somewhere, and that's where I think a lot of people, it doesn't just happen.
that is so true. That is so true. That's why, like you say, they see the final product. They don't see the hard work you have to put, like the elements and things together, to put it what it is, and it takes a toll. But I feel like as long as you mentally are prepared to do what you got to do, the studio, the writing process, the songwriting process, everything that you do, it comes into an amazing project or product when you have it out there.
Right, right. Yeah, I think you have to say self-discipline for sure. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you said when you go to the studio, it's time to work. Yeah, we have that mentality too, where it's like, hey, let's get in, because he's charging us by the hour. So
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because exactly. Yeah, the same here. So you know, you already
yeah,
know.
we already know. Yeah, so we do that. We've been working with the same guy for a couple of years, so we kind of have a shorthand with him now. Yeah, we like him a lot. His name is Reggie. He does stuff with other bands like over here. I don't know if they're big over there. Probably not. A band called Edema and another one. Oh, what's the other band that I can't think of the name off the top of my head? Corn. So
Corn.
I don't know, Corn. Yeah, he does stuff with Corn as well.
Wow.
So so
Yeah,
yeah, we
I'm a
like
fan of
working with this guy. And so now it's been a few years, so it's just shorthand now, and now we can kind of go through the recording engineering process a lot more quickly. But yeah, we still kind of polish it, and either it sounds great or it sounds bad. Hopefully it sounds good, but yeah, we're kind of responsible for that for ourselves. I don't know, we've tried using engineers, I'm sorry, we've tried using producers before, and at least for us, it just never seemed to click. Or maybe it was the producers we had found in the past. It just,
Okay,
we could not make it work, so we just said, well, we'll just produce it ourselves.
makes sense. That kills a lot of time because by the time they put something together, and if you guys are like, no, let's hear another track or something, and it takes time to get the right sound that you guys want. In that sense. Yeah.
Right, right. And especially with the vocals, I think for Amy, she really wants her vocals to sound a certain way. And I think that, I don't know, is that how singers are? Because you're a singer. Are you guys,
Yeah,
she's just like
very
really
meticulous.
anal about,
Yes.
because she'll play the same track 15 times and I can't hear the difference. Or me and
Yeah,
Greg will just look at each other like, I don't know what she's talking about. It sounds exactly the same.
it's so true. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
is
very.
it?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just asking, is it, is that a singer? That's a singer psychology?
I believe it. Yeah, because you know what is we're perfectionists. So the thing is this.
Oh,
Yeah. So when we go on the studio, or like we have a song that our beat, well, anything that you guys are doing or working on, and when you go there, you want to you're gonna take a couple of takes and that sort, and you want to make sure you get like the right sound and how you want to put it together and that sort. So as an artist or a singer, as you say, you want to have high notes. You want to have certain notes that are going to stand out. Certain things that are going to be like, wow, I haven't heard that from before. You want people to be like captivated from it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. I don't know. We just sit there and okay, whatever you think.
Yeah, pretty much. You like just do your thing, but just need us for the thing, the instruments, whatever you guys gotta do. Let me know, man.
Yeah, yeah, that seems to be how it goes. So I don't know. We might try another producer at some point. I don't know. Amy has talked about it. We still want to keep the same engineer, but uh, maybe switch off with another producer. It kind of just really depends on what we're doing. Um, because we've tried working with a producer that just did like R&B stuff.
Hey,
So they had no clue about metal like at all. And then we
they're like,
tried
what's
someone
that?
who,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then we tried another producer that was just into metal. So he didn't get her vocals the way she wanted because he was used to, they call it screaming or screamo. So
Oh
he was used
man,
to that. Right,
exactly.
right, which is very different than what Amy does. So, it's been difficult. Or we found an older cat, but then he wanted the music kind of took this like 70s vibe to it. And
Oh.
we weren't going for that either because it kind of loses some of the pop and the magic.
Mhm.
So, they were all really good producers for what they did in their genres. Not saying anything bad about any of them, just kind of didn't work for what we're doing. So, I don't know. So
It
we're doing it
happens.
our way, and I think it helps easier. It helps us a little bit more, when we're looking at a label or whatnot to kind of keep all the work in house. Um, yeah,
Very good.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on record deals and record companies now? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel thank God for social media. Thank God for streaming now, and we have like I think to me particularly like for us artists, we have more control in a sense of like what content we could release, how can we make a profit with royalties, how can we now protect our music, with the record labels or like you mentioned, um, they're pretty much like a backing system where they loan you the money, but then they want the interest, and it's more to that, and they want to have control of your content that you make, which is your original content. So that's why a lot of artists is focused just being on independent, because it's like, why go to a record label and I'm giving basically, how they say you saw in a sense, you go and you're like a puppet and they tell you how to wear, how to look, how to sound, and even how to write, because end of the day they hire their own people, their own songwriters and everything else. All you are is just pretty much a object to them, and how they could cash out how much money they get out of you. That's why a lot of artists they go touring, because they realize that's the only way they can make a profit back. And a lot of people have to do, like I said, this is people have to understand this is a show business. This is business. End of the day, I mean, it's like even this guy who's a Quincy Jones, he mentioned it very well. In this industry, is 90% business, 10% talent. So it's about, like you mentioned, it's and I always try to educate a lot of these artists out here, and especially independent artists out here. And I actually have a book, a cheap plug. It's on Amazon. It's called Music 101 for upcoming artists to know your right. And we need to definitely learn more the business side, because with that said, when you are, let's say you are a new artist, unfortunately that's how it is in the industry. If you become in the label, particularly record labels, you are becoming a 360 deal. And what that means, pretty much everybody touches your money.
That's
And then,
awful.
exactly, then, excuse my language, you could curse here, by the way. Um, they're like saying, here's a chump change of what we got from you. And then how it works is pretty much you have to build your plateau, you have to build your platform, where now you're more established as an artist, a record label artist. Then after they get their cuts, they get their percentages and everything else, case may be, after they invested in you and you have to pay that back, then you say, now I can finally make my money. That's why a lot of artists, and I respect them, like Rihanna and them, they say, why only focus on the music side? I could do merchandising, which be money coming in my pocket. I could do lipstick brand, perfume brand. There's other outlets they have to tap into to make more of a revenue back.
Yeah, yeah. I think whatever works for you, but yeah, definitely those 360 deals are just they're
Oof.
just they get a little bit of your Kool-Aid everywhere. That's I don't know. I don't know. We've run into a couple of offers like that, so we passed on it. I mean, for us, really, if we're going to do a label, it's going to be a distribution thing. That's
Yes.
ultimately what we do. Because we would incur the cost for making it and recording it and publishing it and
Yes, sir.
copywriting it and all that stuff, trademarking everything. So we would incur that cost ourselves. We will absorb that and then hopefully use a distributor with a label or for example Sony if that was an option. We would take a look at that. But yeah, I
Yes.
agree. Yeah, no, there's no reason to do that. And yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's good that we have social media now. It really kind of gets rid of, you know, now is social media a little jaded too? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, their algorithms are going to put, a Beyonce or a Metallica above everyone else.
Mm,
Um, yeah, is that? Yeah, it is what it is, though. I mean, I think we do the best we can with what we got, and uh, I think we just do the best with what we got. Um,
very true.
we have use our resources that we can, or we all try to network with each other. I think
Yes.
that's another part of it too. When you go out and play shows with someone, try to get a phone number. You never know when you're going to run into that person. I've
True.
run into that so much with our stuff. I don't know. Kind of sometimes feel like we're the Forrest Gump of rock because people will end up meeting later, having not remembered that. Hey, I met you 3 years ago. Blah 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 blah. Uh, you know, and that kind of stuff. So, it's been really good. We really try to be nice with everyone. I think for us also, you were talking about the how they get into your Kool-Aid. For
Yeah.
us, we try to we work with production companies ourselves, so that kind of eliminates a tour manager or anything like that. We can kind of negotiate our own what's called a guarantee. So if we made money at something, we kind of negotiate that right then and there with the person without having to give a cut to a label or a tour manager or anything else like that. I think
Exactly.
that helps, but that's taken time too.
Yeah.
At least for us, it's taken time. Maybe other bands it's differently, but it's taken some time to build up to where we can ask for guarantees, and when we can take a look at different production companies we can work with. It's not overnight. So
No.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you probably know how that is too, right? A lot of it is your own cash going out early on before
Yes.
you start seeing some return, right? Did you start off that way as well?
I'm still yeah. To this day, I even though I do have management, but it's majority of times the responsibility is mostly the artist if you're independent, because you have to invest in studio time, you have to invest, like you mentioned, marketing, promotions, copyrights. There's so much behind the scenes that, especially independent artists like ourselves, we have to put out distribution also, because that's also another thing you have to pay annually, to get your music in stores. So they get a cut, and then with the royalties, you get a percentage, but it depends on which outlet you use, where you have to wait every 3 months or so, quarterly, just to get change your money. And a lot of people, there's so much, like I said, the business side is very crucial for any artist out there watching now or later on the show. Please focus on, there's many books on Amazon, or I think on Barnes and Nobles, where they have go research on music business, about percentages, how managers, like I read about this a couple years back. I don't know now it's changed, but back then when I read about how managers, they have to get, the most they could ever get is 18 to 20%. If they go over 20, then they're jerking you over. So you got to know these numbers, you got to know your value as an artist. And when you start getting booking gigs, okay, the booking agent, they get their cut, but they're not going to get their cut until you get paid. So they have to guarantee you're going to get paid first. It's so much. I'm sorry, I should just get into it. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're kind of talking about I guess more of a business as opposed to just enjoyment. The enjoyment I think has to be number one.
No, that's key.
You
That
know,
is key because you have to. Yeah, that's key.
yeah, yeah, anything, right? So, yeah, but this is talking business, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, we try to. I really try hard to know what all the numbers are. You know, whatever it happens to be. I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I definitely think a little bit of self education, helps. You have to know what you're doing. Well,
Yeah.
not. I don't want to say you have to know what you're doing. You should know what it's costing you, right? Because you're right. It's a lot. Most of it's business. So how much they're going to be walking away with versus how much you're going to be walking away with, and your cost, if anything. So, it is what it is. But then I don't want everyone to think that it's all just about business because, like I said, we do benefit stuff too. So we'll
Oh,
do
of course.
stuff.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of homeless. Uh, uh, a couple of homeless benefit programs out here to
Oh, that's
play for them to get to make them money. We've done a Toy for Tots a couple of years now. We were doing uh, another benefit in May in Tarzana, California, for bullying and teen suicide prevention.
oh,
So
that's
we
beautiful.
yeah. So we really believe in that stuff. A lot of veteran stuff we'll do as well. Any kind of any stuff with our military, we're always up to do it. No
Oh, that's
charge, no nothing, because we just
it's
it's
giving
our
back.
home, right? It's all of
It's
our
giving back.
home.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
giving back.
definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, so we do that. It's not just it's not but it's nice. But the other part of it is we all have day jobs, so we all make money doing that. So
Exactly.
um
I'm sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
so it's I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's a balance. I think to me, honestly, is a balance of both. You have to just know the business savvy side, but also have a passion for it. And when you be as being creativity or a creative person, as they call it, you just got to go with the flow with it. What you love to do, what you want to write, what you want, your content, and have fun with, like you mentioned earlier in the show. That's key. But at the same time, you just when you meet people, particularly in the business sense, you just got to know, okay, what they want from me and what can I benefit and what they could benefit. So at the end of the day, I continue what I love to do in a sense.
Right, right. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, just test everything out. Ask people about venues or promoters or production companies. Um, you know, is that to say that there aren't some slime balls out there? There's a lot of slime balls out there in
Ooh,
the in the live
story.
music. Yeah, I'm sure we all got stories, right? We all of us, and it's
Yes.
always the same guy, right? Jeff, whoever Jeff is. So
We
thank
come with
you,
different
Jeff.
names. And you're like, wait a minute, I just remember I saw you a while back promising somebody, another artist, the same nonsense. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of Jeffs out there, so watch out
Yeah,
for Jeff. No, I
exactly.
don't know. Jeff's probably cool, but yeah, we all have nightmares. Yeah, that's just, but
It's
that's just part of it, right? I mean, I think if you're starting out, that's just unless you're incredibly lucky and you're a child of Quincy Jones and you know the guy for the Fillmore. Yeah. Other than
oh
that,
my.
you're going to start out, getting with not a lot. I don't know. It's been crazy. Yeah, stories on that for days. But that's of course that comes up with management too. Finding a manager who can kind of navigate that with you and for you. I think that's valuable. I mean, but then you got to find a good manager too, right? Because you could get, you could find a manager, if they're, let's say they want 18%, but they still don't do anything for you. Well, you're out 18% and you got nothing. So,
Exactly.
I think it's always good to network. How we found our manager, she saw us play. And it was just a lot of talking with her. And that's how we kind of came into contact with Jennifer. And she's awesome, and she's not just our manager, she's our friend. and that's been great to have that relationship, with all of us, for good and bad, right? Because it's their job to promote us and manage what we're doing. So, I think there's been I guess there was bad stuff at first, but it was all to make us get better and become better. Uh, and I think that's good when you can have that objectivity from a manager, who pulls your covers, who lets you know that, hey, if you want to go this route, you're going to have to change this, this, and this. Now you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to like it, but this is what's going to have to happen if you're going to do it, and it's up to you to actually do that. So we've been really fortunate with Jennifer like that because her, she doesn't pull punches. She just kind of tells you.
Right to the point.
She just tells
Yeah.
you. She tells you how it is, and she doesn't mean anything personally by it. It's business. If you want to make this work, here's what you got to do. And does it always feel good? No, it doesn't always feel good, but it's not supposed to feel good because, she's your manager. She's supposed to tell you what you need to do to become a better person, produce a better product, and that's awesome. That's all you can ask for anybody is to give you that kind of that insight.
Definitely.
Yeah. Does your manager kind of, help you and guide you with that type of stuff?
I say it's I feel it's like more of a a thing, like where I have to have a say and he has to say, like, because it's good, he'll say, okay, you could do this, or maybe as a suggestion, like, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll see how that works, and then if that don't work, then we can have like a backup plan for that, so I think it's more like a team thing, where, like, in a sense, because I know it depends on how the manager, their role is pretty much to kind of give you the guidance, to help you, to get you on the right path to your career. And, like with me particularly, I like to have a say. I like to just not have the manager be like, okay, you gotta do something. No, 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 no. Listen, if I feel that is not gonna work out, we gotta have a backup plan, like how we get to the point where we both on point and get the thing, or get the results that we both want, in a sense. So yeah, so it's like a team thing. Sometimes I'm hard headed. Sometimes I'm like, nope, I'm not going for it. I have my days. Trust me, I'm perfect. Trust me, but it's just, end of the day, unless we're both satisfied and we see the results that it's what it's gonna, the purpose of kids may be. So yeah.
Wow. Have you had any crazy road stories?
Well, actually, it's funny. We did last year our first tour. It was we were supposed to do more states, but due to that time, it was just chaotic, and there was some other stuff happening prior to our out of our hands. But prior to that, we did. It was some interesting stories when we went up to upstate, and some interesting sightseeing and some interesting stuff. I won't disclose on here, but just some funny stuff. I was like, "This is the life of a roadie, huh?" you
Wow.
know, this is the life.
Okay.
Yeah, like you see some things, you be like, I thought I seen, like I see roadkill. I never seen roadkill in my life, so I'm like, this is how they look
Oh,
like, huh?
really?
Yeah, because I'm from New York City, so I don't really, so it's the first time seeing, like, out of New York, like roadkill, or like seeing things, and you be like, wow, this is kind of cool, man. This is the life I want to live. you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Wow. Yeah, we've had some we call them Spinal Tap moments. If anybody hasn't
Oh,
seen it, Spinal Tap, yeah, it's a good it's a mockumentary from like 1978
yeah.
or 79. But look it up. It's a mockumentary. Yeah, and I used to think that was just like funny comedy stuff, but the more we go on, I'm telling you what, we've had some really weird Spinal Tap moments too. Like we can't find the stage. Yeah, that's happened. Yeah, we went to a couple of venues,
Mm.
and we would, well, usually when we play a bigger venue, you're going behind the stage, and
Yes.
not all the lights are on, and not all the staff is there. So it's
Oh
in the
my God.
afternoon. Someone will let you in, but you don't know where you're going because you've never been in this building before ever. Uh, and there was a couple of times where they would say, "Okay, what you want to do is go down that hallway, and then when you get to the end, make a right, And then when you get to that hallway, what you want to do is make another right, and then you should be around there. Oh, so we basically made squares underneath the stage. So we were walking around underneath the stage, and we
Wow.
didn't know where we were. That's happened a few times. That was silly. And then one time we did it. We were shooting a video in Fresno, and we got off on the wrong floor and locked ourselves into a whole other floor of a building. Yeah, that was fun. That was
The
yeah.
things you've seen, man, I tell you, man.
Oh yeah, or lights not working, or the stage light's not working, or something where the beam just shines on you the whole time. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not even playing.
Exactly. You're like, I can see, but I can't see. It's gonna,
Yeah, and the whole
Oh, man.
roadie thing. Yeah, the roadies, man.
Mm.
They sometimes they have interesting lifestyle choices. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, yeah. They have some interesting. Here's my big question: how come some of these venues have really bad sound people? You ever notice that?
Majority of the time, yeah, they have like an attitude problem, or
No,
it's
they
like,
just keep messing with the levels and leave it
yeah,
alone. Stop
yeah.
messing with them.
I had experienced that when we was upstate, and I got so pissed because luckily we bring out speakers. Luckily, and at the time we hired our DJ, so luckily he knew what he was doing. But when we had put our own stuff up, and then it was like the speaker wanted to fall down, and I'm like, oh, no, we ain't dealing with this because we got people coming in, and I cannot deal with the pressure, and it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, I couldn't stand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I just always wondered why everyone seems to get like bad sound people.
Are they all like the same or something? Like,
Yeah, are they all? Yeah, or do you guys all live in the same area? Do you guys all related across the country or something? What's going on here? You guys all can't be.
it's true.
Yeah, we run into that one, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been awful. So, yeah, but then you get some good ones too. So I don't know. I mean, we've tried doing sound so many different ways. I think we just roll with the punches now. Now we just kind of roll with them. Some
That's
guys want to do in ear stuff. Some guys do monitors. I mean, I don't know. We've gotten used to all of it. So I think as long as we can fool the public like we know what we're doing, that's
exactly.
pretty much that's yeah. Because how many have you ever had a monitor go out while you're doing that? And you just gotta do it
Thank
off muscle memory.
I never had that experience, but I'll tell you one thing. One time I was performing, and it was a cover song, and I was in middle performance, and actually, this true story. This one I was starting out a couple years back, and I was in middle of a train thought, and when I opened my eyes, I forgot the lyrics. So what I had to do, no lie, I had to go. You know how we do? We had to ad lib, and I'm like different words, and I'm over here. Some people knew the words because it's a cover song, so they were like, "Oh shit!" But I kept going. I kept going to the very last part of the song, and I'm like, "Thank you guys," and that was it. And I was like, "I'm out the door."
I
I'll never
don't even
forget.
want.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know
It's-
you guys.
yeah, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. We usually run into where it's monitors. So I mean,
Oh,
we've just had to get used to doing stuff without a monitor. So I mean, good thing we practice a lot because we're able to kind of roll with that. But I remember early on just getting really frustrated and thinking that everybody wanted the same thing. But it's like these sound guys, man. I don't know where they find these sound people. Like I don't know. I don't know if they have hearing aids or they need some or
oh my God. That's
I
bad.
don't know. It gets bad. Yeah. But I think I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Can't make this stuff
It
up.
seems like the bigger clubs have better ones. I would say that. So we are grateful for that. The bigger clubs tend to have sound engineers and a staff. So that's kind of cool. I do like that.
Yeah, because it kind of
And,
alleviates the problems and the headaches,
Yeah, yeah, especially if, as long as they know what they're doing. Yeah, I trust them totally. So yeah, I would say definitely bigger venues will have that. I just hate the guys who are always having to mess with the sound
Oh
as you're
my god.
playing. Like, leave
Yeah.
it alone. You already messed with it. You don't need to keep messing with it.
Oh my god, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I remember a couple of plays. There was a little town here, and we played, and I don't know. I think the guy must have been on crack or something because he just kept messing with it, and oh
Wow.
yeah. By the halfway through our show, it was like you could barely hear the singer, and so Amy she was hot. She was mad.
I could
Yeah.
imagine.
So we just cut our set early. Said, boom, we're out of here. You guys knock yourselves out. We can't deal with that.
Yeah, because she's
Yeah.
gonna strain her vocals and you know. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, and there's just no reason to do that. But I don't know. I kind of think the guy was on something. I mean, the way he was like monkeying with those things, it's like, you have it set, leave it. That's all you got to do. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
You can't make this up.
Crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah. I think everybody has those stories. Everybody has some like Spinal Tap stories of things going wrong and ending up under in weird places and
Oh
yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, there was even a weird one where Jenny was with us and she had this fire eater and we didn't even know she was we thought somebody was having like a health issue, but she was a it was a
Oh
it
my
was a
god, you
fire
serious?
eater. Yeah, it was at where was this? It was a downtown LA.
Okay.
Oh, I remember. It was a place called the 4 or 5 star bar in downtown Los Angeles. I don't know. There was a fire eater there. We thought the person was having some kind of health issue, but everybody ran out and nope, it was a fire eater.
Wow.
Kind of
Damn.
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
what?
just out of the blue. 'Cause it would have been cool if it had been advertised or something like that. We're having a fire eater, but
Yeah, they just
yeah,
come out nowhere and you're like, what just happened? Like,
yeah. What just happened? Yeah, because downtown Los Angeles is kind of funky. So I don't know what New York's version of that would be. Uh, what,
that's
Times
probably like
Square or
Times
something
Square.
like that? Yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah, Times Square.
you got some woo, yeah.
We got
So
a lot of
that's downtown.
crazy people out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So like
gosh.
it shouldn't surprise me, but it did. So we had some Lulus, but I think everybody does. I don't know. Yeah, just
That's
weird stuff. But yeah,
that's like the
can't
norm
think.
for us. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys probably see a lot of that stuff. No?
Yeah. Oh man, I down. Well, it's like Midtown, more like Midtown, and to me, it's like it depends. Each borough has their own kind of weird stuff, but particularly like that area, Times Square, you meet all types of people, and you already know the bullshit when you start entering it. Certain parts of that part of the Midtown area, yeah, you just have a thing or something saying beware. That's all. Keep walking.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Like they over here, like the homeless people. They, back then they used to be like, "Can you give me anything?" In New York City, they're like, "Can you give me $5?" You're like, "Wait, what? Five what?"
$5.
Yeah, they're like demanding now. They're like, "Can you give me $5 or $2?" I'm like, "Listen, can you help me out? Because if he like, come on now." Yeah, it's crazy down here. It's especially at nighttime. That's why I prefer to stay home.
I bet. Unless you have
Yeah,
some security with $5 on them
yeah, exactly.
or $2.
Exactly, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Wow. Yeah, we haven't had it that bad. What are your recording or not recording? What are your practice studios like out there? Because like over here, we have all different kinds of all kinds of different places a person or band can do stuff in. How do you guys do it over there in the city?
Well, it varies. We have like numerous recording studios or rehearsal studios. They
Oh,
have like, yeah, they have a few like down here where it is by rooms. So for example, let's say you rent out a room, It's rehearsals. They also have a studio, like the next following room. So if you want to book that, it depends on like what your necessity is, what your need is pretty much, and like how much time and how many hours you need and all that sort. So yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we live in a smaller beach area on the coast, so we just have a it's a warehouse, so we just go to that, or
Nice.
or a church which is right next to our house. I know the pastor, so he'll let us in over there. But man, I went to one yesterday in Los Angeles. It was so nice. I thought I was in a doctor's office. They
Oh,
had like a concierge. I'm not joking, at a rehearsal studio, not even a record, just a rehearsal studio. Yeah, I was like, this place is nice. Shoot, and they had like a barista that made like drinks and stuff, and this like really high class furniture. And I had to go outside. Am I in the right building? This does not look like a rehearsal studio, but I mean, it was. I was like, wow, this is
that's
like, yeah, it was crazy. It
I'm
was
gonna.
the weirdest thing. Yeah, I've never seen a rehearsal studio with a barista and a concierge check-in service.
Never.
Eh,
No,
Never. And
no.
it's always a guy who looks like he may be homeless, but he owns the building, right?
That is so true, man.
He,
Oh
he
gosh.
has the keys, so he probably owns it. Maybe, who knows?
He's
But
like,
yeah,
hey,
I
just
thought.
come in, guys.
Right, right. Yeah, so that was weird. That was yesterday. I thought, man, this is crazy. Ooh,
Wow,
wow, it's
that's
like
so
an actual
unusual.
business. Yeah, I wasn't used to that at all. I didn't know. Wow, it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Interesting though.
Wow,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
cool.
All right, ma'am. Is there what else? What else can you ask me?
No, I think I'm axed out. I'm
Okay,
axed out. But I want to thank you so much.
thank
Will,
you.
you welcome from the Fallen Fury band. Thank you, and Greg. I know he stepped out, but thank you guys for being a part of the show today. And we just want to bless you, many blessings for you all, you guys, you, Amy, Greg, everybody, and continue your success. Definitely.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. You too. You too. And then we'll talk to you soon. Again, if you guys want to get a hold of us, just get on any of our socials or just Google Fallen Fury, and we will pop up. And then yeah, yeah, that'll be cool. And we're really looking forward to listening on Wednesday.
Yes, I'm excited. So we'll let you know which song we will select, and well, you guys can tune in and definitely be a part of that.
Cool. All right. Thank you. It was good
Awesome.
talking with
You,
you.
you too, man. Take care.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Aw. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see. All right, hold on, relax. Oh my, the cat. This cat is too much. Oh my god. Let me Oh, how you do this? Hold on, guys. I got you. I got you. Let me. Okay, got it. All right, guys. That right there was. This is amazing. I like how we just have interviews where we go with the question, the Q&A, but also we get into it more, and I like that. So big shout out to again band. Well, he was part. His name is Will, but he is also part of the band Fallen Fury. So big shout out to him and Greg that came on the show today. With that said and done, I'm going to take a quick music break, and then we'll be right back. We got more of the show coming for you guys. We're going to go right after music break, current events, and this cat keeps meowing in the back. So if you guys like the show, you can comment. All that said and done, and yeah, again, just a great show for you guys today. So stay tuned. We're gonna take a quick music break. And let me get this out. And let me see what else. Let me see. And like I said, we're gonna play one or two songs, and then we'll be right back with current events. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. And we got more things to come for you guys on here. So let me set up the music for you guys. I'm gonna play my music video and Mikama, and then we'll play one of their tunes, which I believe I just played it earlier, Empire of Souls, which is their latest single, guys. Go support it. Go check it out. It's available at all digital platforms and all that sorts. Also, guys, if you check out, I'm rocking the Vero G Productions hats. I know it's still nice and warm out there. It's not officially it's spring, but it's like still kind of cold. So if you have any interest in my merchandise, definitely let me know. And then we'll talk about yesterday's show as well. It was really great. So, all right, guys, we'll be right back. Are you watching Healing Your Souls Sunday with your host, Vero G? Be back.
En mi cama.
Toda la noche voy a aprovecharte como es. Si tienes que irte, yo sé que vas a volver. Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente, mamita, pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita, quédate hasta la mañana. Tú sabes que tú eres mi shorty. Me encanta tu piquete body. Sabes que mío ese booty. Tírame un call que yo le llevo.
En mi cama, tú eres aquí, cerca de mí. En mi cama, besos a tu cuerpo, everywhere, baby. Holding me tight, look into my eyes, baby.
Toda la noche voy a aprovecharte como es. Si tienes que irte, yo sé que vas a volver. Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente, mamita, pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita, quédate hasta la mañana. Tú sabes que tú eres mi shorty. Me encanta tu piquete body. Sabes que mío ese booty. Tírame un call que yo le llevo.
Let's stay all night en mi cama. Hace amor esta noche en mi cama. Your love is a high, got me on cloud nine.
Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente, mamita, pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita, quédate hasta la mañana.
people, we are back. That was the music break for our show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, that was the latest single by band Fallen Fury. So definitely go support them. That again, the name of the song that we just played right there was Empire Souls. This available now. That's the latest single. So definitely go support that on all platforms. Yes, yes, yes. And also the other video I play, guys, is you guys know Emikama, which is nominated for Music Video of the Year, and also nominated, besides that, Latin Artist of 2022. So, people, y'all already know, if you want to vote, it's once a week. Excuse me, www.ldmradio.com/vote. And you have to have a, hold on, so I can talk to you guys. So, you have to have a Google account. And as well, besides that, you just got to make sure it's once a week, people. Just have to stress that as alone as it is, with that said and done. Um, Before we go into current events, let me not have a little more time to talk about yesterday's show. I wanted to just I made a post yesterday. Well, actually today. I'm tired still. I still have sleep, by the way, people. So it tells you how dedicated I am to what we do or what I do each week here on the show. Last week, I know I didn't make time to do it last Sunday because I had to take a break. It was just too much stuff was going on, time, personal stuff I had to take care of. But like I told you, I make as possibly as much as I can to be here as much as I possibly can with the show or what I'm doing on here. So again, guys, you're watching Healing Your Soul Sundays with your host, Vero G. If you want to donate anything to the show, please do let me know. I appreciate that. Also, guys, if you want to follow me on my Instagram, that is my Instagram. You can follow me. It's at official Vero G. Definitely go support that if you guys get a chance to share, support all that. You know how we do end the show as it is. Also, quickly, I have another Instagram, but it's just on this show alone. That is the Instagram for the show at healing underscore your underscore so underscore Sundays. So with that in mind, that is the Instagram for this show, where you see, behind the scenes more or less, photos of our guests, quick snippets of the interviews, all that, everything that you see, and things I talk about based on that alone, other stuff of that sort in that sense. So yes. All right, so quickly, guys, before we get into current events, again, I want to thank each and every one of you amazing artists that touched the stage last night. And those who couldn't make it, I understand you guys will get credit for the next showcase, so don't worry about it. But prior to that, I want to thank again DJ Slim. I want to thank Jam Prime Media, Gemini Stacks, Ricardo, who did the extra photography and video as well. I want to thank New York Post Cafe for having us again. We have done numerous events there, so it's just great to be there, be back at home, as they say. Being born and raised in Lower East Side, to be where you're being accepted, it's just amazing. So we thank you guys for having us there. Again, it was just amazing. A big shout out to the winners too, who had won for last night's show. Like I said, and yeah, let's see what happens. We're trying to get more showcases lined up, so we would let you guys know when officially we get a secure location, and we get the ball rolling for that. We're supposed to have one coming up in April 23rd, but we have to put that on hold until we get a confirm everything is confirmed and put together until that time. So just be patient with us, guys. We just did this yesterday. We got to now look for another location over the Christmas. We will see what we will do, as I say, right? So yes. But besides that, I want to thank everyone who was just amazing, who came support, pull through, who came pull up, show all that love. So thank you guys. So with that aside, excuse me, I'm a little tired. You can tell, right? I'm off fuse right now. Let's get into current events, people. Hold on. Yes. Current events. All right, guys. So you know how I go down with this every time we do the show. So let's see who made it for the current events this week, as they say, right? All right, so let's get right into the kill. All right, people. And also, this is the end of the month for March, so we're gonna end it with the awareness. I told you guys I do every month the awareness for different topics I talk about every month, and also for April, which is Autism Awareness Month. We'll be talking about that, so you guys are updated knowing what I'm going to be discussing about, and also the stigma that is left on children's or adults' life with the with this, this situation. So we're gonna talk more about that next month on April. So I'm excited for that, and that's said and done. So, all right, so let's get into current events right now, guys. Let's get into the kill. All right, so first thing we're gonna talk about. My allergies are kicking in. Sorry. All right, so first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is the update on the war between Ukraine and Russia. So apparently, I've been doing more into this situation at hand. I won't be too long on it, but my feedback on it is, this has to stop, really, because end of the day, people lives are still getting killed, are being murdered for a piece of land. Recently, Joe Biden, who is our president in the United States, had now put a thing where if Putin, who is the I call him the dictator of Russia, um, doesn't stop his antics, then he has no other choice but to have a war with Russia now. Now, this is going to be, they said it in the Bible, and I'm going to mention here again, there is going to possibly be a World War III. So with that in mind, he's trying to have Putin stop with the Russian troops bombing schools, bombing trains, bombing all these places for dictatorship on a piece of land. End of the day, Ukraine just want peace. They just want to live their life. The people, they want to do what they have to do. They're living in exile. Meaning what that means is that they're in fear of their lives. They're running away from where they are born and raised at, or what they're known at on there. And pretty much right now, they're running all over the place to try to get out of Ukraine. They're going to Holland, Poland, other places that they need to be safe, because unfortunately, it's still a war down there. I think it's been over a month, people. I think, if not mistaken, like a month or so. And it's unfortunate, with this situation. I just like, when is it enough, Putin? Why you just continue on with this situation? He needs to stop the nonsense and realize, what? He's losing by him murdering, and that's what Joe Biden had mentioned. He said it himself. Mr. Putin is pretty much a murderer. He's killing children, women, men, the elderly, the disabled. For what? Bombing houses, bombing schools, bombing train stations where people are fear their lives. They're running out of their own place so they could be where they need to be, safe for their children, their family, whatever the case may be. So, like I said again, it's unfortunate, but this is still ongoing, and we need to. I don't know what else to say, but I feel in my heart, Putin needs to stop. I think he probably had this already pre-planned, and it's unfortunate Trump was a part of this. I'm not saying he was, but he was allies with him, and probably knew some shit we don't know about, because he was doing a lot of ass kissing with Putin back at that time when he was a president. Let's keep it real. But other than that, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it for this week on that. And I feel they need just to stop. Putin needs to stop the nonsense and give it up and leave Ukraine alone. Leave it alone, end of the day. So that's that for that. All right, let's see what's next on the current events, people. This was really interesting. I definitely have my 2 cents on this. All right, so you guys know the New York City mayor is Eric Adams. I met him a couple times. Very genuinely nice guy. Very nice guy. But the issue I have is a couple of things I have to bring up here on the show. One thing, which I mentioned, I think, on my last show, the Vero Spotlight Radio show, but I'll talk more about it here, is the fact that he apparently put one thing out there. Was a couple of things. One thing I want to talk about is where he states on the conference, a press conference meeting, where he states he don't want individuals like ourselves to videotape or film the New York City police. They don't. He don't want us citizens to film his cops. He calls it. Don't film my cops when they're at work. Okay, sir. Now I'm gonna step in and be the role as a villain for this part. Now, if you're saying, first of all, they're your cops, not, I understand you was a former cop back then or a detective or the case may be, or whatever role you had at the time. I respect you for that. But the case may be is now you're mayor, so now it's not only you're looking out for one side, you're looking for everybody's side in a sense of being fair. Now, for you to come out of your way, Mr. Eric Adams, and state, oh no, don't film my cops who were there at work. Well, if we didn't film your cops at work, Eric Gardner would never, ever have his story be told through the eyes of a lens of someone who was filming those officers in Staten Island who actually killed a innocent man who all he was doing was selling Lucy's in the corner bodega, or what we know as a supermarket or grocery store. If that was the case, if you didn't want to film your cops while they're at work, George Floyd murder would never be seen the day of light. If you want to go and continue on, there are so many other stories, even to this day, officers are getting away with murder. Now, that's the only reason why we filmed these cops, or as you proclaim to say, they are your cops. Because at the end of the day, the rotten apples of the NYPD make the rest of the decent of cops out there bad. What you need to do, Mr. Eric Adams, is remove the rotten apples of those precincts in each borough. Remove those who are doing corruption. Remove those that are illegally working with drug dealers, working with prostitution rings, because we could really go there, Mr. Eric Adams. There's a lot of corruption in these NYPD precincts, and a lot of people that are quiet because blue brothers, we keep united. Okay, fine, that's all grand and dandy, but end of the day, we are citizens, we are taxpayers, we're the one paying for your pockets, for your officers to have a paycheck. Let's get it, because I told you I always add my 2 cents with this when it comes to the cops. I have no friends to the cops. I respect them, but I do not like them for my reasons. Like I said, do not go and tell us who you're supposed to represent. New York City. Maybe correct myself. New York City residents, do not tell us who you're supposed to represent on fair game and tell us we cannot film when that is our given right. That's part of the Constitution. Okay, that's part of what we are entitled to. We can film anything publicly. Privately, that's different. But when it's publicly in the streets and we see this injustice happening or being served to our minorities, and you are a minority yourself, sir, I feel insulted when you say, don't film my cops while they're at work. Well, sir, if some of the cops are doing the job right, we shouldn't be taking our cameras out and filming what the injustice they're doing to us citizens of New York City or anywhere worldwide. Why do we have to continue having police brutality? I made a song about this and it was deep. It's called Through Their Eyes. Go check that out, Mr. Eric Adams. There are still minorities being killed left and right by police officers because they have a title, they have an authority, they think they have a badge, they can dictate and rule anybody's life because they have what they call a chip on their shoulder, Mr. Eric Adams. So you go out there and you keep telling people, oh no, you don't have a right to film my cops. How about you want you go investigate all these special departments, or what do you want to call it, and do your job and make sure these officers are doing what's called to be done. So we don't have us New York City residents or anybody in the world filming these cops or doing injustice to us. Let's keep it real, people. If you have anything on these feedback on any of these current events, you please do. Please put your 2 cents on this, because it's affecting all of us. Not only me, it's affecting everyone, all races. Because at the end of the day, we shouldn't live in fear. If we see a cop car, our brothers shouldn't be in fear driving the car and being pulled over by a cop and thinking that's the last breath they're going to have, getting pulled over in the nonsense. and being another statistic because unfortunately, Mr. Eric Adams, you defending the police department, but these are the same cops that end up, God forbid, hurting or harming or killing innocent lives for no apparent reason. Please go get your facts checked. Forgive me. I'm getting a little passionate because I'm talking nothing but the truth. I told you guys I'm gonna get a shirt and I was gonna get it customized, but I didn't have the money. When I get it, hopefully next month, I will get these shirts called Wake the Fuck Up. And I will rock these shirts every episode. So you guys know you have to open your fucking eyes and see what's really happening in your city. Or see what's happening in your own community. Or what's happening. There's a lot of politics are happening behind closed doors. There's a lot of red tape. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna keep it real. When we did our back to school event these past 2 years, the community that's supposed to help us did not put $1 to our pockets to help give back to our own community. If you really want to go there, it was me and my team that we invested it all together and embraced and helping these children or our people in our own community to give back. And that's what we do. It's not no about who we were voting for, who asked we have to kiss, because in the day we did it on our own terms, and we just wanted to give back. Let's do what was right for our own community, people. Just had to throw that in there, but let's do what's right. Wake the fuck up and see what's really happening in your own backyard, as they say. Another issue I have for Mr. Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Apparently, forgive me. Ooh, I don't know. Sorry. I get read into it. Another thing he mentioned, which kept pissing me the fuck off, is he stating that, now the the vaccinations, unvaccinated people, okay, particularly what I'm talking about is I think he mentioned the athletes or the performers get a pass if they're unvaccinated. They're able to go out and whatever case we this and third, right? But what I don't understand is what happened to our people who were at the time when COVID had the outbreak, who excuse me, who were out there on the forces in the field, like doctors, nurses, police, FDNY, the list goes on, teachers, or whatever the case may be. They got fired because they didn't take the COVID shot. But you give a pass to other people? There was a thing where I saw it online where he came out of his car with his bodyguards, of course, his security. And apparently, I think it was somebody who was a former employee of, I don't know what department or what it case may be, but he was unvaccinated and he got fired because he didn't get his shot. He confronted Mr. Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, and told him, this is not fair. How you allow only the performers or the athletes to get a pass if they're unvaccinated, but people like us who made shit happen, like doctors and nurses, when the case may be, and we get fired and end up being on the unemployment line. Do you see the injustice here, people? Wake the fuck up. In this world, and I come to see this after 30 something years, seeing how injustice there is still to this day. We have to see what shit really is in this world. And with that in mind, know who's playing which side of the game when it comes to politics. Who's playing what side of the game when it comes to other shit in this industry or in this world. If things are fair in this life, we would not be living in hostility, rage, all the nonsense we have to be tolerating, because at the end of the day, it is what it is in New York City, or worldwide as it is. If this world was peace and all about love and care, we would not have people go out there shooting each other. We would not have people out there committing crimes and all that case may be. So people, I'm going to say one more time, wake the fuck up. And like I said, next time, whoever you vote for, no matter if it's New York City or wherever state you're at, make sure you do your research on these people before you go into that ballot and you vote for that person, because you want to make sure they're really for us people, as they say. And you know what I'm talking about, people. All right, so let's see the next thing on the current events. Sometimes I get really hostile into it, guys, so forgive me getting into it, but I have to, because we got to wake the fuck up, as they say. All right, so last thing here on the current events, guys, here. The update on Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, and yeah, I already know, Kanye West. We're changing the mood up a little bit right now. So with that in mind, yeah, it's interesting because it's interesting because, like I said again, with this interesting case, apparently Kanye West has been silenced. And what I mean by that, because I follow him on Instagram, and it got to the point where now the Grammys don't even want him to be there. He's banned for the Grammys. They have a couple of times taken down his Instagram. They're silencing him. I think also his Twitter, forgive me, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and he's on the rage. You know, he's out there talking about Kim Kardashian, her parenting skills, how she's not allowing him to see his kids. Listen, Kanye could be a little bit off sometimes, but he has the right to see his kids. If a man's willing to pay to spend time with his children, you know, give him that, at least that right. He's trying to reach out so his kids don't have to suffer and see the fight or the feud you're having between him and yourself, Kim. Like, come on. Give a man a chance. He may be a little off with the men sometimes, but he is a person where he just wants to see his kids. Let him be. And he has a right to say, I don't want my kids on social media, meaning in a sense of having TikTok or wearing makeup at a certain age. Because you know what? There's a thing out there, and I want people real, because that's how I do it. In this, when I go into the current events, I keep it real. There's a lot of pedophiles out there. Like, you put pictures up with children in makeup and look older as they are. Yeah, think about that. Be very careful what you put up, people, on social media. That's why certain things I don't put up anymore. Because people will take your pictures and they do shit with it online, and God knows what the hell's out there in the world. Please protect your children. Please protect yourself in that sense. There's too many sick people in this world. So I respect wholeheartedly when Kanye West says, "Don't have my daughter on this. Don't have my children on this." Respect his decisions. You know, don't deny him being a father to his kids. Now, with Pete Davidson, how he gets involved, because we already know he's smashing it with Kim Kardashian. That's already obvious. They made it officially made it on Instagram a while back, recently, I guess or so, where her and him, you know, and her expensive closet, what do we call it? They're making out or something, what the case may be. But what I feel is wrong is Pete Davidson when he texts Kanye West a picture of him next to Kim Kardashian in the bed, pretty much with no shirt, stating like, "Hey, I'm with your ex." Like, that's like taunting somebody. If you know that person is not mentally there sometimes, why are you gonna feed on to the situation, as the case may be? So yeah, that's crazy. That's my say on that for current events for today. If you guys want to put your 2 cents, please do. Please do. I really go hard into these topics, particularly the current events, because there are things that sometimes people don't want to speak up, and I'll speak about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into now our awareness thing. Let me take this down for a minute. Hope you guys enjoying that. I get really into it when it comes to current events and certain topics. And I feel like, you know what, y'all guys gotta wake the fuck up. There's so much shit happening that is right in front of your eyes. And if you don't educate yourself, you don't educate youth, then we're all failing to be in one situation, as they say. So all right, guys, so we're gonna go into end this month, which is March, and that is colorectal, I got it right finally, Cancer Awareness Month. So with that in mind, I'm gonna play two videos, which one, it talks about the symptoms of signs and symptoms of having colorectal cancer awareness, and another one is an inspirational story of a survivor who overcame the battle of this thing, and see their perspective on the situation. So, guys, I'm going to play the first video, and I'll be right back. We'll play the video. Again, guys, you're watching Healing Your Soul Sundays show here with your host, Vero G. I like this show because, you know, it's educational, it's inspiring, uplifting, it's fun. We joke around here, but also we come into things where I want people to be inspired. And also, listen, when it comes to these health issues, please go get yourself checked. These are things that are going to educate you to go see a doctor. preventive care is key to survival of your health, people. I cannot stress this more than enough. All right, guys, I'll be right back, and I'll play the videos, and we'll take it from that point on. I'll be right back.
My name is Stephen Nurkin. I'm an associate professor of surgery in the Department of Surgical Oncology here at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. For the most part, men and women will experience similar signs and symptoms with colorectal cancer. Early on, you might not have any signs or symptoms. However, you could develop change in your bowel habits, such as diarrhea, constipation, narrowing of the stool, maybe changes in frequency or urgency of your stool, blood in your stool as well. And that could be either bright red blood or more dark digested blood. So other signs and symptoms to look out for in colorectal cancer: abdominal bloating, distension, abdominal pain or cramping. If there's anemia, you could have some weakness, fatigue, maybe a change in your appetite or a loss of appetite, and also some unexplained weight loss. Now, some of the signs and symptoms related to maybe changes of your stool and bowel habits can be more infectious related, maybe a GI bug. Sometimes bleeding in the stool can be related to other benign conditions such as hemorrhoids or something like that. But what we worry about are those signs and symptoms that are continuous, that don't go away, that are more chronic. That's when you should be evaluated by your physician. There has been an alarming rate of the increasing incidence of colorectal cancer in early onset or earlier adults. Those are folks that are younger than 50 years of age. Some of their symptoms and signs are just tossed off to maybe hemorrhoids, or you're having stress at work, or those kind of things. And unfortunately, some of them are then often delayed in their diagnosis and come in later on, even with later stage disease. So it's important to really know your body. Be familiar with your bowel habits. I know sometimes these things are funny to talk about or silly or whatnot, but they're really critical. They're so important to know. Know your body. Look for some of those early warning signs.
I'm Thomas Hunt, and at 27 I was diagnosed with colon cancer. Like a lot of 27-year-olds, I was probably very much enjoying my life as much as I could, to the max. I first thought that something was wrong after we got back from a trip. And I thought I'd contracted some sort of stomach bug. I had a tumour that's in my colon that split the colon. I couldn't tell my family. It was way too emotional for me to be able to deal with that. There's too much with just trying to deal with it, let alone trying to kind of explain it to people that obviously care about you the most. I was in every 2 weeks for chemo. It attacked my nervous system, so I lost a lot of feeling in my hands and feet. I lost a lot of taste in my mouth. I was vomiting a lot in my last courses. You become quite isolated very quickly. The chemotherapy unit is directly underneath the Macmillan Mustard Tree Centre. You walk in on the level and you register for chemo and you're like, oh my God, I'm back here again. But then literally just a stairs walk up and you're in the Macmillan Centre, and it was fantastic. I loved it. Hello, my love. How are you? You're waving your little flag saying, I'm in desperate need of some help here, and they come with that very baseline of, yes, that's exactly what we're here to do. This is the beautiful Denise, and she was my Macmillan benefits advisor. I used to come and see you guys here and have a cup of tea, and it would be one of the few times that you come into hospital and it's not a reason that's a bad one.
I think for us, you are a person, not a patient. That's how I think this centre is different than anywhere else in the hospital environment that you come across. Here, to us, you're still just Tom.
The added things that Macmillan help out with, the grants, etc., was the only thing that really kind of kept my head above water. When you go through an experience like this and you meet people that touch your heart and that give something to you, people like you and Pat and Roger who do it for the love of it as well, that's really what I want to give back. I'm absolutely nuts on cricket. So I said to my dad, I want to do a cricket match. And we got all these different people to sponsor it. We had over 2,000 people turn up from our small little town. We absolutely blitzed it. We raised over 20 grand. I know where that money's going, and it's going to help the next one of me that's just been diagnosed or is just about to get diagnosed. So, and that makes me feel very proud. Being part of Team Macmillan, you genuinely feel like you're kind of part of a family. It actually gives me a sense of purpose. The world actually relies on organisations like Macmillan to be able to take bad things and create some good out of it.
Alright guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. Had to take care of the cat, keep meowing all day. Alright guys, I am back. Hope you guys learned something from that story from Thomas and the other video, like I mentioned again. These are information, it's informative. Is a way to help you know that these things do exist and people can have it no matter what age now. Back then it was like over 50, I think it was over 40. And I believe now it's a time where now you could get it at an earlier age. So people, I cannot stress this enough. Okay, go get yourself checked. Go get yourself checked. And make sure you're okay. That's key. So all right, so next segment we're going to do now, guys, is meditation exercise. And you know how we do. If you're new to the game, it's pretty much a quick exercise where it's a self-guided meditation, how to help you get your relaxation, mind, body, spirit in one, and get your body and everything ready for this following week. Which, guys, you know how it is. Pretty much, the stressful week or work week, whatever case we're doing, whatever you're going to be doing or planning, it could be stressful, especially the new week ahead of us. So you already know. So I'm gonna play the video. I'll be right back, guys. And again, you're watching Healing Your Soul Sunday with your host, Vero G. Be right back.
Hey there, and thanks for gifting yourself these next few minutes. It's important to remember that you're a priority, and allowing yourself even just a few short minutes of intentional reflection can really have a positive impact on the rest of your day. So let's use these next few minutes to come back to center and set an intention for the rest of your day. Move into a comfortable position, whether you're seated at your desk at work or laying on the couch at home, and gently close your eyes and shift all of your attention onto your breathing, taking slower, deeper breaths than you've taken all day so far. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly letting it out through your mouth. And continuing to breathe that way, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. Tune into your body, noticing how it feels. Noticing if there's anything that it's trying to tell you. Notice any place of tension or tightness in your body. And give those areas permission to relax, sending love into those areas. Thank your body for taking such good care of you, and let it know that it's okay to rest and relax for these next few minutes. You may notice that your mind starts to wander off. That's okay. That's natural. Just notice it and bring your attention back to your body, using your breath as your anchor. try to picture one thing that's happened today that's made you smile, or made you thankful or appreciative. And just let that feeling fill you up for a moment. Breathe that feeling in from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And allow yourself to smile if that feels natural. Now focus on something that you can do today, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, that will allow you to continue feeling this way. It could be something as small as deciding to go to bed early tonight so that you have time to finally read that book that's been on your bedside table, or the joy of getting dinner with a close friend. What's one little thing you can plan for your day to bring that intentional joy to it? Now just focus on that for a few minutes. Sit in that feeling of joy and peace. Now let's take a few more deep breaths together. A deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, and everything contract back in as you exhale. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before it, holding that breath for a beat, and exhaling everything out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that breath through your entire body. And exhale it out. And in your own time, slowly bring your awareness back to where you are. And thank yourself for taking these few minutes to just be intentional and kind to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Vero wrong thing. Scratch. So many shows are doing. Yeah, don't mind that. All right, Healing Your Soul Sundays with your host Vero G. Hope you guys like that meditation time exercise. I feel like it's definitely needed, especially we all go through our stressful times and still whatever the case may be. And I feel like we need times like that, to kind of reevaluate and you know how we do in the show here, so kind of get your mind back on track for the following week, and that's said and done. So guys, we're gonna close the show. Usually how we do it is less than a minute. It's called Prayer for All. I'll briefly touch up those who are new to the show or not. You know how we do. Pretty much what it is, I just make a quick prayer to the Lord, and with that in mind, just want people to have a great week and be safe and have faith. I respect everybody's religion, no matter what you pray to, or no matter what region or creed or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, there is a higher God. There is higher something out there, presence that is out there. So, with that in mind, I feel like this is a great way to close out the show, and also get you guys um, spiritually, emotionally, in every sense that the case may be, on track for this week in that sense. So with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna do a quick prayer. It's less than a minute, and then I will close up the show. So here we go. Lord, we're here on this show so you could guide us. May you help those out there that are going through some stuff right now. Know that you are there and they're in your presence. Show them the way that is needed for their path, no matter what they're going through. To know that there is going to be a better day along the way. That in due time, through the storm, there comes a rainbow and things will get better. Lord, may you continue protecting these souls out here in many ways, in any ways you can. Those out there who are homeless or those out there who are going through tough times, may you make ways for them to have a plate of food tonight. May you have a place for them to have shelter. For those that are struggling, whatever the case may be, financially or whatever the case may be, may you guide them and show them a way that there is a way to get help. It's okay to ask for help. Don't feel like it's a judgment call. Don't feel like it's a bad thing that you asking for help, because we're all going through our own struggles and trials and tribulations. Lord, may you just protect all these amazing people who are watching the show, or those in general that need you at these tough times or even for good times. To know that you are there, Lord. You're always there watching, guiding, protecting. Again, may you protect all these souls or anyone that's watching and later around, whatever the case may be, and give them the light that they need, no matter what they're going through. Thank you, amen. Hope you guys enjoy that. I want to thank you guys watching every week on this show. Let me do my counting of my numbers on my fingers, because you know how to do. So this will be March entering April next what? Actually, this week I think I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do a check. Wow, guys, we'll be making 8 months strong on this show. Yes, next month. Yay! I'm excited. We're almost marking to the 1 year anniversary of this show. I'm excited. Yeah. Milestones, people, milestones. That's all I gotta say. Hold on, let me take that down so I could give you the other guys, the other stuff here. Give me a second. But besides that, guys, go vote for me. You already know where. I'm actually gonna put that one more time here in the show. So that is where you guys could vote for me. I am nominated for Latin Artist of the Year 2022, and also Music Video of the Year and Mikama. Big shout out to I finally got to see it. God is good. Uh, for the Rising Star Countdown Top 5 music video thing. Um, that's based out in Atlanta, Georgia. So big shout out to them and for letting me to I finally seen my music video Emigama, which is nominated again and made it to the top 5 music video countdown. So I'm excited for that. And again, y'all played my stuff. That's all that matters to me. So I appreciate that. But again, guys, you guys can vote for me at www.ldmradio.com/vote for the 6th LDM award show. I know I was a lot of people's comment have been contacting me or telling me, why is there a 7th one when the 6th is just started? I listen. I'm not in charge of that. I make a point, but I'm not in charge of that. So just remember, I'm on the 6th LDM award show voting part. So with that in mind, again, the site is www.ldmradio.com, and again /vote. And again, vote for me, guys. I'm for Latin Artist of the Year, Vero G, and also for the Music Video of the Year and Mikama. So definitely go support that, guys. Once a week. You have to have a Google account. So you're able to log in or whatever, how you do it, sign up and vote, because that's how they keep track of the votes. So with that in mind, definitely go do that if you guys get a chance to, and I appreciate that. Also, check out the video, guys, which I mentioned now. Thank you for those who've been subscribing to my channel, has been paying mine to the fly, been putting up on social media. Yes, I'm trying to get subscribers. So with that in mind, you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Vero G Spotlight TV Network. There you can see all the episodes in the radio show, all the episodes of this show, or some was on Twitch, but it came back onto YouTube. Prior to that, all the episodes like I mentioned before. the radio show, this, other things I've done, music videos, everything, all content is there. So definitely subscribe. It's worth it. It's a lot of content, and go check that out. But again, the music video is on that YouTube channel. Again, it's Vero G Spotlight TV Network. So definitely go support that if you guys get a chance, and appreciate that. And thank you for those who've been liking the video. Have over 3.6K views. Yes, let's get the views up, people. Let's go. So I'm excited for that. All that said and done. Like I said again, the next week we'll be on the show. We're gonna be talking about a few new things because it'll be the new month. But I'll show you guys the cover of the Vero G Spotlight magazine show. I'm excited. Let's see who made it for the cover for April's issue. I am looking for as of now, May submissions. If anybody interested to submit for magazine, for ad placement, for feature placement, tell the story, or whatever case be, inspiring story, contact me on my social media, which I already told you where at. My Instagram is at official Vero G. I'm gonna put that up right now while I'm talking to you guys. You can find me there, or my website, but actually more web Instagram because I'm more on that, or my Facebook, which is at VERO2884. That is my handle, as they call it, for the artist page on Vero G. If you would like to contact me there. Oh, that's over there. I'm trying to figure what was that. Sorry, I had a moment there. But again, guys, that is my Instagram. You guys can find me there, and I will follow back. If you want to donate anything, you can contact me on Instagram. You can take it from there. Anything is contributed to the show. I appreciate it because lights got to be paid, as they say. Besides that, guys, I'll see you guys next week on the show. We got more things to talk about. We're gonna talk about Autism Awareness Month. We're gonna talk about the new cover of the magazine, and all that said and done. So again, we are looking for people for radio, magazine, this online show, and everything else that we're doing. If you'd like to partake, be a guest, whatever the case may be, y'all know where to contact me. That is my Instagram, where you guys can find me and contact me on the DM and then all that sorts. So, guys, thank you so much for watching the show every week. Like I said, forgive me for last week. I'm only human, and I have a right to take a day off, if possible. So, with that in mind, thank you for watching. Again, Healing Your Soul Sunday show with your host, Vero G. Thank you for our amazing guest for today, the band Fallen Fury, always from LA, California, LA. Big shout out to Jennifer for this amazing opportunity for having them on here. Yes. So thank you, Will and Greg, and those who couldn't make it, it's fine. But thank you for just being a part of the show. It was a great conversation, great interview. So there you go, guys. It'll be seen. It's ready to see now. It'll be also on YouTube and all that sorts. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, people. Don't be scared. Or as they say, Medea will say, don't be scared, okay? All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Be safe out there, please. And I'll see you guys. Wednesday, of course, and then on here, and also the music review show. We'll see who made it for the call for this Wednesday for the music review show winners. I have to figure that out now somehow. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you again. See you guys then. See you next Sunday. See you on review show Fridays or Saturday, depending what day. And like I said, I can see you Wednesdays on the radio show. And anybody that knows an artist, anybody wants to be part of what we do, contact me. So take it from there. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. See you until next time, guys. Bye.